Check, check, 1 2 1 2. Check, 1 2 1 2, and we are live, baby. Yeah, Yeah, with that nice, smooth sound, baby. Yeah. Welcome to the live stream. You're here with the Crypto Lifer. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day out there as we get into the live screen. Look at Fiat Weekly, man. Fiat Leak just blasting off. Look at that money. That's like that's the fastest I've ever seen this site move in my life today. So at our height, the demand is going. I want to talk about the fear and greed index. I want to discuss how I think it just doesn't work anymore. Yeah, that's what I think. You tell me what you think, but I think it really just doesn't work anymore. And I'm going to give you a time when it really was giving sell signals that were just bogus. I'm going to tell you right now, whenever you see a hot project sit at the same price for 4 to 5 days, it's got to give you an indication that something is going down. Now, last night I said, if you miss cake, here's a possible entry. Now, yesterday, if cake went up to 11 and you sold, you had to wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours on a wick to buy back in, and you didn't know if the price was going to continue down or up, and all that fun stuff. So I did not sell here. I just held my bags, and boom. Shout out to B-Rab, man, on the live stream. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you guys so much for jumping on into the live. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me. And that, what is that? That is your time, man. That is your time. So, guys, time is money. Money is time. We all trade something for something to get somewhere. Some people trade their time at work. Some people trade their knowledge for advancement. It all depends. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. 21 people, 15 likes. Shout out to everyone here, man. Shout out to everyone here. We're going to get into the top 5 coins that are about to explode. We're going to go over those. We're going to talk about how we started buying BNB coin at 30. How I gave you this trade, this BNB trade. Beautifully given. The buy zone was right here at 132. And that's another thing. People see things going up from 130 and they say, when they look at the price, I couldn't get into that. I can still find you a trade even when the price is extended because of the TA. Anyone who doesn't know their TA, I have people who tell me TA doesn't work. It only works sometimes. I say cheers to you, my friend. Cheers to you, because now I know that I could beat you at any trading match. So here we go. The buy zone for Bitcoin was right here. I gave you this trade. I gave you this trade for Bitcoin. I decided that we were bullish. I could see indications on the daily. And now, look, daily is still moving to the upside. And I showed you right here. This is where the Stokes were. Again, I've gone over this every day. Because once you learn the traditions, like you can break the rules if you know the rules. And we talk about that all the time, right? So check this out. Love the comments, guys. I love the comments. I'm reading them. Let's go. Hey, Lifer, you told us about Dash. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I love you guys saying good morning to each other. That's kind of that's like the energy and the vibe I want to create. Okay. I hope you had your Wheaties this morning. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're ready to go. If you had your coffee, if you take a dab, whatever you do, make sure you're feeling good. Make sure you're doing what you want to do with your life. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but make sure you're taking care of your mind, body, and soul. So here we are with stochastics are right here. Curving up again for the second run, and we went on a nice run right there. Look at that. Even while these were kind of running down. So same thing here. Stochastics were turning up, and we went on a nice run. And now look, stochastics are turning up. Looks like we're going to go on a pretty nice run again. What do you guys think? So 1, 2, 3 is a charm for Bitcoin going all the way to 60K. And you heard it here first. You heard 54 here first. You heard 50K here first. I was one of the first people to tell you guys to long at 29.5 right here, based off what? Hidden bullish divergence. And even look at this. We have hidden bullish divergence on Bitcoin. Swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down. Tells me that the trend will continue. It's that easy. A lot of people are telling me they have trouble finding hidden bullish divergence. Well, I want to do something for you guys right now and show you. Because I know my divergences, I knew that Bitcoin was going to continue. Whenever I see this hill like this, it's almost guaranteed hidden bullish. And I'm going to show you how we play this on numerous other charts. I can even show you this in the stock market. I can show you all the time. There's no resistance at 52K. We actually passed it. We're at 52.25. Chris, I love you, man. You're like George Costanza, man. BitBoy was really, you're way better looking and far more handsome, all right? I'm going to give you that. You know, you don't look like George Costanza. You just remind me of him in Seinfeld when you're on my channel. 25 people, 16 likes. That is not the lifer way. I know you're probably enthralled. You're staring into my eyes. You're just like, wow, this guy is amazing. I know, but please hit the like button. I know you're frozen. You're just frozen. You can't even move your mouse. You're just like the TA and the whole everything. You're just blown away. But you can hit the like button. But everyone, let's get into Bitcoin. Let me show you what I see happening. Okay, and we're gonna get into multiple time frames, but the daily I just showed you. Yes, we're high in the Stokes, but I showed you big moves came here, big moves. And look, I can prove these things. I'll put an Alt V here and an Alt V at the end of the move. And this, one of the most beautiful moves for Bitcoin, happened right here. Now, honestly, from my traditional learning, I would have thought that the bigger move came right here, to be honest. But you know, these measure momentum. And it's kind of like a car that hits 50 or 90 miles an hour. Once you're up here, you're still going 90 miles an hour until you stop. So that's why this up was a spurt. But this was more like a marathon, you see? So the car's going 20 miles, 30, 40. So look at this like that. Momentum is moving on. Once we're up here, the momentum could stay up there until something happens. Can't stand ya. Can't stand you. BitBoy was really talking up Frontier. He says YFI price possibilities. We'll take a look at Frontier, and I think he's right. APY as well. APY is kind of coming across my radar now, like over and over again. People are throwing it in my face. I talk about BNB coin being a big mover during all bull runs, and it really is, man. It really is. Why is it big? Well, why did my video on PancakeSwap, okay, just get so many views? Why did my video on PancakeSwap just get so many views? Right here, 1,200 views. Because, man, the fees in ETH are too high. I love ETH. I'm not hating on it. I suggest you own a lot of ETH, so don't get me wrong. But PancakeSwap, man, what it's doing for people, it's changing people's lives. $1,000 in PancakeSwap, $1,000 in look at this thing. $1,000 in PancakeSwap. Look at it. I continue to give trades for it. Look, it's low on the Stokes in the daily. It still has momentum on the daily and the MACD. Binance Smart Chain is amazing. Shout out to Athena. Shout out to all the new subs. Thank you so much for coming on into the live stream. Makes my day. If you're new, please join the Telegram group. Look, the group is insane. We have testimonials and recommendations. That's if you did something great, if you made a good trade, I helped you out. I just want people to kind of learn, see how many people say, because I realize all the comments people give me are all over the place. If I could center them, then people could go see them and it would just blow their mind. So I think that would be a really cool thing to do. So if you made an amazing trade, if I did something for you, hit me up in there and say, hey man, you know, thanks a lot, Lifer. And my wife loves to read them. My daughter likes to read them with me. We have fun, so it's a family affair. We're changing lives as we're changing my life, and it's an amazing thing. So stay with us, man. Stay with us. Okay. Then we also have the admin room. No need to see that. But then we have testimonials. We have the trading group. This is the big boy group. This is where you come in and you learn and you hang out and you chill, you know. And then we have the beginners group. Okay. And this is where just, you know, you don't have to be, you know, this is where for beginners more shy, and you can ask a question, post a chart. Some people get shy in the bigger room, so I made the beginners room. All right. And every once in a while I'll jump in there and spend an hour with the beginners. So you never know when I'm feeling good or I'm in a great mood and I want to help out a beginner, I'll jump on in there. So, you know, look out for that. They have the Binance Smart Chain tips and gains. How to put Binance Smart Chain onto your MetaMask wallet. What coins are coming in. The berry pool. What I'm doing recently. You know, how I just deposited Bake and Berry LP tokens. Then I started staking the LP tokens. Okay. I'm showing you the different Smoke just came out. Smoke is new. We're showing you what a liquidity pool is. Read about it. Learn about it. How to get liquidity pool tokens. What's going on in Binance Smart Chain, PancakeSwap, Pancake Bunny. So that's, and then we have the group and calls only. These are just calls. Last night, we put a call out for Cake here in the buy zone at $10. It's already at $12.69. You would have made 20% or more in 7 hours on this call. It was the last call I put out last night. at 10:07, and then I eventually chilled with my wife and went to sleep. I have a Doge call here. Doge looks like it's resetting on the daily. Look out for it to continue into this channel. Up, down, down. Like it goes up, down, up, down. It's on its way back up. I'm pretty sure breaking out of this falling wedge. So watch Doge. Started with 2K, took your calls and turned it into 10K. Put it into ETH and got around 6 ETH. That will grow because I took your advice, Lifer. Shout out to Jane Doe, man. 2K to 10K. Yo, please. I'm going to take a picture of this and I'll post it into my testimonials. But if you could join my group, my testimonial group, and put it in there. But this is cool, man. We get the first testimonial right here. Look, bam. Jane Doe started with 2K, turned with your calls, turned it into 10K. You know how good that makes me feel? You earn $8,000 watching my channel. Buenos dias, everybody. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Can we do BNB Von Pancake Swap? Can you only use? No, you can also use BUSD. You can do all sorts of stuff. Pancake Swap has multiple pairs. Multiple pairs. Multiple pairs. All right, we're going to get back into the beginning of the show, what you guys came here for, and that's for the value. What's going on with Bitcoin? Well, we have a buy zone here for Bitcoin. Daily still looking good, as I showed you. So we went over the daily stochastics. Even though they're high, I've shown you how the biggest moves for Bitcoin actually happen right here. So we could see some of the biggest moves for Bitcoin right now. And I'm talking 52 to 70K, something in that range, you know. But I'll give you a real TA target, and that was the move of this measured move of the pole here. And that brought Bitcoin up to about 59,850. It loves to hover right below those psychological 10s, 60K, right? So we'll probably see a bunch of sell orders sitting there at about 59,850, 59.5, because there's the people going to push it to 6K, and then there's the people that love to hide right below that level. So Bitcoin to 59,480 to 59,800, something like that. And it probably will breach the 60K level, just like we breached 50K, but then we played with 49 and 48 for a couple days, came back in until we finally really kicked the can and got into 52K. So now someone's talking about the 3-day. 3-day still has lovely room to go, as I keep bringing up. Room to go on the MACD, room to go on the stochastics RSI. We are getting to the top. Eventually we will have a bit of a slowdown, you know, and look for Bitcoin to get to 70K and then make one of these flags again and come all the way back down and test like 59, 53, 55, and then everyone's going to say 40K. 40K will be the next 20K, and all the bears will jump in again. They'll liquidate them. They'll become the buyers. We'll rip into 50K. We'll rest at 60K again. 60K will become the new base. We'll form this support, and we'll blast off into 80K, and the same things will occur over and over again. And I'm not sure it's going to happen exactly that way, but be prepared for those types of things, because nothing goes straight up. Impossible. Impossible. Is this Bitcoin good to buy now? Yeah, I have a call on it right now. Bitcoin. The 4-hour right now, not so much. So the 4-hour tells me that we may cool down. All right. So if you're looking to buy BTC, okay, again, don't take any advice from me on this channel. This is for entertainment purposes only. Do not take any advice from me. Okay. Don't do anything I tell you to do whatsoever for any reason. All right. This is me and my life and what I do, speculating, having a great time. But if you're entertained by this loveliness, then by all means hit the like button and join. But that's just a legal disclaimer. Again, I wait for the Stokes to get low. You know, a lot of times, look, Stoke was here on the 4-hour, and it's pretty simple. Price came back down. It would have been a nice buy right here on the low Stoke. Price came up. I wouldn't want to buy right there because I would have bought Bitcoin at about 48,000, and then look, it would have went all the way back down to 46.6. Now, you know, that trade would not have worked out unless I held it all the way to here. And then I would have had to hold the trade for 4 days or 3, you know, whatever. Yeah, because that's 4-hour candles. There's 1 day, 2 days, six of these bars is 1 day. So you're talking 4 or 5 days of pain and just wondering what you're going to be doing. And I don't do that, okay? And that's another reason why I buy the last 25% of the pattern. That would have put you in Bitcoin right around here at this price, at 46.6. I talked about longing it here. I went over it in the channel right when we wicked down. And remember when that candle closed? We were alive talking about it. It happened like a few hours after the beginning of the show. And I said, there we go. We're going to get in there. 11 o'clock. So anyway, Bitcoin is a little bit of a rounded top. We're going to need to do a smaller time frame just to see the health of the shapes of what we're seeing. But that does look like a falling wedge that's breaking up on a smaller time frame. I would like to see this. This could double top too. So there's a chance this double top. So there's 2 scenarios. If you see this curving up and double topping, Bitcoin's going to rip nicely. But if it comes back down, we're going to go sideways probably. you know, make a bit of a flag, and then when the 4 hours ready to go, we'll be ready to go, because I showed you the daily still isn't in the worst place. We also have the hidden bullish divergence playing out on the daily. When you see hidden bullish divergence on the daily time frame, it's a big sign that there's a momentumous move coming. So it called this big surge. This was called right here. So a lot of people said, oh, it was Elon Musk. But why? There was hidden bullish divergence. And whenever I see this, the price goes to the upside. Look, we had it on cake. I can prove it to you too. You go to the 4 hour on cake. You just got to go to the 4 hours, since cake isn't that, you know, isn't as old as the other coins. Just turning the music down a little bit. What is hidden bullish divergence? Swing up to swing up. Okay. Swing down to swing down. As long as this is flat or to the downside, even if it was slightly up, which is rare because that's usually not the case, but you could see these angles are so different, and that is divergence. Boom, boom. Told me that the trend will continue. You can long. Once you see a candle close and move on bullish, hidden bullish divergence, you're in like Flint. The person who taught me this said, I use this blind. 9 out of 10 trades, I go in on it. That's what he said to me. And when he said it to me, I was like a young trader, and I thought he was out of his mind. I thought he was out of his mind. I was like, you long this blind? And what I'm seeing here on the stochastics, it does look like we're going to double top here, because we are pointing up. That's a big sign. All right. So you want to watch that. That looks like we're going to be going up for the rest of the day instead of sideways now. So now we have momentum on both sides. So now I'm bullish on Bitcoin completely. So now I'm going to go to the 1 hour and just check what's going on. Yeah, we're breaking on out. And right now we're not even really flagging on the 1 hour. We're strong. We're strong and moving on up to my sell zone. So this trade would have worked out perfectly for you. Got into the buy zone. Oh, we're looking at cake. Sorry. Got into the, there's cake. Looks just like, all right. So here's Bitcoin. So sorry. Major mistake there. Okay, so look, Bitcoin on the 1 hour is resetting and looking nice. And the 1 hour shows you that we were in the falling wedge, and then we broke to the upside. Okay, upside of that, measured moves. What are measured moves? Every pattern has a measured move. For instance, look, this is a bull flag with a pole. The measured move of this is this pole. Bam, that's that area there. Now we have a falling wedge. What's the measured move of this? That's the top of the price to the pole too. So you go here to Alt T, which is going to be your quick reference to grab a pole. Swing it here, and that's going to give you your measured move here. Have a little trouble there at 52.7, okay? And then you have your bigger time frame pole, which I took from back here, which is this measured move. All right? The measured move here, I'll show you where I got it from. I got it from right here. Top of the price. See this line? I took the top of the price to where the 21-day moving average curved. Right there. And then I bring it, and that tells me that Bitcoin's going to go to 59,000, 60K. And I've been doing this ever since 10K, even earlier, and it has played out over and over and over again. Okay? Even when we had the falling wedge and people weren't sure what was going on, I called out what's called bullish divergence. All right? And if you zoom into this area, so if you understand your fundamentals, you don't have to listen to anybody and their nonsense. You really don't. You just have to watch your account grow because you're doing what you know you need to be doing with it. So there's your low point too, one of the lowest prices for 28.6. And you can see that Bitcoin had swing low to swing low. Here's your swing low. There's a mound. We come back to the swing low. And when we come here, we swing up to the upside. And that told me that you can long right here on what's called bullish divergence. So you need to understand your divergences. They create everything for you all the time. And it's specifically this pattern, this jagged downward movement. And they'll keep a lot of people will tell you this too. You'll go into a session with a guy tutoring you or someone, and they'll say, this is oversold. This is oversold. You like to buy oversold on the RSI. But they don't teach you that you don't buy the lowest hill every time. See, here you did. So it can throw you off. Here, you did buy the low one. But there was no real divergence. When you look for the divergence, you look when it's swinging down again, but you see the RSI is about to close higher than that one, tells you that there's probably going to be another low. And that's going to be your buy on the second upswing of the RSI. So shout out to everyone here. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. TYJ coming on in. Thank you so much. Hedgic BUSD morning all. Another one. Thank you so much. Wow. Amazing. Bake killed it for me. Oh man, I didn't even look at Bake yet. What did Bake do? Let's take a look at Bake. Got so many positions. Wow, Bake exploding. My baby, man. Shout out to anyone who took Bake with me and got into the Bake call. My wife, babe, you did great in Bake. Congratulations, babe. Bake doing its thing, man. Unbelievable. In the buy zone, continuing to rip. Really, this is the first buy zone, was the breakout out of this cup and handle. We're on our way. And honestly, because BNB will go up in price and Bake is priced in BNB, by default, Bake will go up. And don't think they're not going to have a USDT pair now. Bake's going to come out just like Cake did, and then it's going to have more liquidity. And see, now this is a new thing to do. Get into a coin when it only has 1 or 2 pairs on the Binance Smart Chain. Now we know what to do too. This is now like an ICO type of flipping game. No, I just came up with this right now, guys. A new thing. If you were here right now, you were coming up with a new concept of how to make money in crypto. You find the BNB pair on the Binance Smart Chain. You eat them up. You hold them. If that coin gets popular, it gets a USDT pair. Let's talk about Cake getting some big pairs today. I 12x my Cake. Thanks, LIFER. B-Rad, man. B-Rad, baby. I like this. See, I'm taking all these. And I'm putting them in the testimonials, man. That's getting in the testimonial. Look at that. Bam. I 12x my Cake. Thanks, LIFER. And I'll just have a whole line of these. There'll be 1,000 of these things, and people can go through and just see. Bam, bam. Thank you, man. Seems to have almost everything needed to determine divergences. You agree? LIFER or Jesse or anyone? Just using Crypto Watch for now. I'm using Market Cipher. I have Market Cipher, but I don't use it that much. LIFER, do yourselves a favor and spend an hour or two just looking for and watching for validating bullish and bearish divergence on coins. Yeah, it's like my homework I give to everyone after their first session. I'm like, go look for divergences, please. Get good at it. But shout out to everyone who took Bake so far. Bake doing its thing. A little extended on the 30-minute. Let's take a look at Bake on the daily. Wow, the daily has so much room to grow. Like, we just started, guys. Look. So look for Bake to do some huge things. Hold on to Bake, man. These are going to be 2 to 3 week holds. And we're making residuals on our Bake as well. So shout out to everyone who took Bake. Shout out to everyone who's in Bake. I'm in a little bit of Bake and Berry. We got into Berry, the first Oracle on Binance Smart Chain. I'm going to have to do a video on that soon too. So look out for some more content coming out every single day. Appreciate you guys for watching. 39 people watching, 33 likes. My number, baby. My number. Thank you so much. Could you check out PHB, please? We'll take a look at PHB. Let's just go back to let's finish Bitcoin. But shout out to everyone who got into Bake, man. Clap for the Bake team. We did good, guys. We did good so far, up like 30% or more. A lot of us got it in at 3 cents. It's at 4.5 cents in an idea. I mean, this is in BNB. But a lot of us got at 0.03 BNB, and we're now at 0.044 BNB. And so that's a 50% gain, right? We got 15 on 30. That's how you look at that. So up about 50, man, probably about 30, 40% already on Bake. Shout out to everyone. And the daily is just looking beautiful. So you can go to the 4 hour and you can trip out when you're oversold, and you can say, oh my God, I got to sell and take profits. And you know what? That's cool. You know, we're gonna have to do a retracement or go sideways, maybe bounce off 4 again, maybe even 3.8, and I won't be worried. But I just let my Bake rock and make residuals. And I'll ride the daily, because the daily to me is looking like a beautiful thing. So I'm ready to ride this stochastics all the way to the top, baby. It's going to take me a nice couple weeks, maybe, 7 to 8 days, 7 to 12 days, maybe even 15 days. And I'm cool with that. I want to make big money. I don't want to make little money. And that's where the patience comes in on Bake and anything else that you're in. Okay? It's not going to come easy to you, man. Nothing's going to come. There's no such thing as free, easy money. There really isn't. Like, it's going to be, you got to put in the work. And that's what I'm all about. If you want to come into my group and put in the work, then you're going to see your bank account grow. Okay? If you want to play games and ask, where's the next call? And just be someone that really just wants to ride our coattails, then we're going to sniff you out and we're going to find out who you are. And eventually, you'll probably get booted out of the group. Not to be rude. I'm not trying to say, I shouldn't even say that, because I'm not trying to boot anybody. I love you all. Look at the W on Bake. Clear W. You see that? Double bottom. You got to recognize your patterns. Pattern trading, they'll change your whole life. So NFTs on top spots. NBA cards are starting to go crazy. Yo, that's crazy, man. NFTs, man, are going to blow up. So what's up? Finally caught alive. Shout out to Zenos. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Shout out to CWJ432. Shout out to Mint Guide Only, Jesse B, Marion Bain, Crypto Cody, Brian G, Chief Dubas, my man, B-Rad, Ali Farad, Oz, Jane Doe, Andy Garcia, my man, Coste Gonzalez, Emil Cook, my dude, man, Athena Man, Legendary, Chris Coleman, Chrissy Fouts, Hohier Mahahu, Tandu, my dude, Levi 502, Legendary, up in the spot, Billy Jean, Lynn, Roman Hamza, all of you guys, thank you guys so much for joining the live stream. Okay, so now we're going to get into Bitcoin, and we're going to show you what's going on with Bitcoin and what I see happening. So we gave you a trade yesterday for Bitcoin. Gave you the buy zone. We even gave a trade the day before for Bitcoin here, bouncing off the bottom here. We even gave a trade here the day before that at 46 up to 49. All these trades actually went exactly as the calls called them. It is a bull run, but they did go. I put them out. I put my name on them. I put my word on it, and it happened. Shout out to anyone who took the call. Shout out to anyone who made money. Shout out to Roman Hamza. If you could put how much you made, you said you were making like 6K in a few hours or a couple days. Lifer loves you all. No scams. I'll pick you off and flick you to the wall. I'm putting 1,000 up 2x. Thanks again, Lifer. I'm also farming. Man, your page in Telegram is invaluable. If you have not looked there, you might be missing an answer. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Thank you guys so much. So look at the 1 hour right now. Still has room to go. So this trade is viable too. So even if you wanted to do a smaller trade, right now we're looking pretty good. You could enter a trade really literally right now. Hit the 15-minute, look for some type of action. Yeah, I like this. This is going to flag and then probably continue to break out. So I like the call here at 52. 15-minute might want to reset. So what you want to do is you look for the 1 hour to be golden, which it is. Looks good. So that tells you have like the 1 hour. Look how long it takes the 1 hour to go to fruition. And I'm just going to teach you a little something. We're going to count candles with the stochastics. These are exercises everyone needs to be doing. If you're not doing these crazy, insane, little tiny, minute things, then you're not getting the most value out of your time, right? This is how you really learn. So look, stochastics went from here to here. Nice move, right? Bitcoin goes from 46 up to 47.7. I mean, if you're trading leverage, that's a beautiful trade. We all know that. That's a beautiful trade. Most of us are trading 20 to 30x. Some of you are trading 75x. I see it. So if you're in there at the right time, you do your thing. I mean, that could be 210% to some of you guys at 70x. For me, that's about 90% almost, a little under, right? It's like, yeah, 60, between 60 and 90%. So here we go. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours for the stochastics to come up. All right, we could even take halfway, and it's about 6 hours. So what I'm trying to teach you is, here's another place where the stochastics comes up. You want to understand what the 1 hour and the 4 hour mean. The other day, some guy said, well, the 1 hour didn't match the time frame on the 4 hour. Well, this will help you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours, right? So that took 11 hours. So look, we're halfway through. That means we have like 6 to 7 more hours for Bitcoin to go to the upside on the 1 hour. See what I'm saying? Now you start understanding what you're getting out of the stochastics. And it's not a guarantee. Sometimes, look, we have a spurt, right? So none of this is a guarantee, but you can take an average and you can start seeing. And look, we hit 2, and 2, when we had 10, when we had 11. So they're actually pretty spot on. We could take another one. You could do this 5 or 6 times, and then you could start really kind of feeling out. Here's another one. Like you could take the bottom here. This one was a lot longer. Had a bit of an up and down period inside of it too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Maybe even 15 hours in total. And you can even take this candle here, this little ruler, and you can go here and it'll tell you the time. 17 bars, 19 hours. See that? Take this ruler here. And what you're doing is you're teaching yourself what these time frames will give you. You're teaching yourself how much you're going to get out of the time frame. So you can understand how long you would be in a trade or how long you have to wait to get into a trade. For instance, if the 1 hour is up here, I know I'm waiting 10 hours to get in. If it's high up here on the 4 hour, I know I'm waiting a couple days to get into the perfect trade. You get what I'm saying? Now, I already showed you that it looks like it's curving to the upside and we're getting a double top. Something like this. Even something bigger like that. See how it came down, but no, we want more. So, but it just came here. So telling you, there's more momentum. This thing didn't even want to come to the downside. It wanted to turn. So much going on here inside of what I'm talking about. But this negates that idea. We went over this. We've seen that this is flipping to the upside pretty nicely. You see it? And this is why I have my curve. Or it could come. We got to watch it. Cake flipped up to the. We got to watch this. I'm watching this closely. This curve's down. I'm waiting to get into Bitcoin until we're down here. How do you do that? You set an alert right here. Alt H, right click the alert. Boom. Now I have an alert down there for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does ever get down there, it's going to be golden because I know the 3-day works for me. And I showed you how the daily, I already back tested the daily and we went over that for you. And I showed the daily wants to move. Okay. So the daily wants to move, but the 4-hour tells us, and the 1 hour says we're bullish for a little bit. So I think we can get all the way up to this green line here in the short term to 53. So you can make a small trade here on the 1 hour. Small trade here on the 1 hour. You could enter right around now. Put a stop loss below this green line though, where the pattern begins at 51,300, and try to ride up to 53.29. That's the idea. So entry is here. This is where you want to get out. Nice short leverage trade. Use 1% of your portfolio. Only 1%. If you have $1,000, use $100. You see what I'm saying? And this would be your entry right here. And then boom, this could get to 53,252. Okay? That's the trade for the day, okay? That's the trade for the day. The bigger trade is still valid. There's nothing wrong with the bigger trade right now. It's still valid. Okay? So this bigger trade is still valid where the original buy zone between 48.3 and close to the breakout at 50,000. Okay? We're going to get all the way up to about 59,660 by my calculations. And we'll take it day by day. All right? So there's Bitcoin in a nutshell. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. That was worrying us. There was a big deal that this was going to break to the upside. Right? Looks like we were going to break on out of a falling wedge. But then I said, maybe this is the top of the pattern and we come to the downside. If we broke up, I said alts would take a hit. I was worried. I was a little worried. I was watching my alts. But then we started the curve to the downside. Okay? And maybe we even might just kind of go sideways here. But for the most part, I think we're going to continue to the downside in dominance. There's too much DeFi taking over. Okay? So we're going to look at DeFi perp as well. I'm going to show you what that is, why it's important to look at. But so far, so good for dominance. If we look at dominance on the daily, it's lacking a lot of bullish momentum, right? Even though it had its cross from the bearish sentiment, it just had very small green hills. It's lacking luster, right? We're seeing some issues too. We're just seeing some issues. Downward movement. So I'm not too keen on it at the moment. And I'm thinking we're going to come all the way back down to about 59.49. If we do that, you're going to see alts take off like you wouldn't believe. So this is what you want to know. Bitcoin dominance. Now, the 3-day still looks very similar to Bitcoin. So are we waiting for a giant rally? I don't know. But even as I showed you before, the last time Bitcoin went up pretty hard, so did the alts. Not every alt got hit, and it actually took a lot of the prices of the alts up with it. Like we saw ADA moving. We saw all sorts of coins moving very, very hard. So when I think of that, I don't get too scared, but there are times where you want to take profits or take a nibble. If you're up 20x, if you're up 15x, if you're up 10x, you know, sell 10%. You don't even have to sell more than that. Get your initial back. Like I put a G in a cake, I could sell a G out. Take my 1,000 back, right? Pay my rent or something. Do something, and then move on. Would I want to get rid of any cake though? Cake is gold, man. Cake is gold. Doge is starting to move a little bit. First green candle pushing out on the daily. All right, on the 3-day. We look at the daily. Daily wants to really make a move. So this is why I have a trade here for Doge as well. Buy zone, stop loss, and the sell zone. All right. Gemini just randomly increased my deposit and withdrawal limits. I think big things are brewing very soon. 14,000 I made over BTC. Can you just put down in the comment section like how you were taking the trades and you made $14,000 trading BTC on my calls? That'd be so sick. That would be so sick, man. Okay, so that is that, right? So we look at Bitcoin dominance. Now we're going to look what I look at every day. DeFi perp, which is extremely important. It's a basket of the best DeFis and biggest DeFis. And it just shows you what's going on with DeFi perp. And I thought we were in a bit of that, but we could change it to this now. Up, down. We came down a little bit. That was Aave, all the DeFi. Now it looks like we're going to come up and then form a double bottom. Looks like we'll break out. The daily is looking insane for DeFi. So DeFi is already up huge, and the daily wants more. So this tells me, guys, that we're about to see a surge in DeFi like you've never believed possible. And it's right here in the TA. You heard it here first. So Aave, SNX, you know, YFDI, YFFI, YFI, YFII. I don't care what it is. Sushi Swap, Cake, right? Bake. If you were in a DeFi play right now, you did the right thing. And almost every coin is, I feel like every coin is going to have a piece of DeFi at this point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't sell the cake. Shout out to Z Knows, man. Shout out to Z Knows. He can't sell that cake. Thank you for everything you do in the group, Z. Appreciate having you around, man. I really do. I talked about sand, ocean, and waves. I said they were going to be my plays at the beginning of January, mid-January. I said sand, ocean, and waves are going to be my plays for the next, foreseeable future. I said I'm going to hold them into from like mid-January into late February, maybe even to March. We'll see what happens. And so far, so good with this call. If you took the call on sand, ocean, or waves, any of the calls, and we gave a call, it's gone now, but we gave a call to buy in the buy zone. Here's the breakout. We're still waiting for the target at 1564. And look how long it takes. We buy right around here. Okay? This has been like 22 days. 3 weeks. 3 weeks to make 94%. So look, when I finally get up to 200, and we were buying waves down here, $2, selling it at 3.67. Then I got in at 4. I wrote it up to 5, 5.75. Got back in at like 5.60. Wrote it up to the 8. We had fun, man. And then I started buying a bigger position, a long time hold position. Your thoughts on Uni? 4 hours seems like a head and shoulders, but daily Stokes at the bottom, however. 3-day and weekly exhausted, having a hard time figuring this one out. Oh, yeah, let me take a look at Uni, man, for sure. So DeFi perp looking good. Bitcoin in a great place, right? Bitcoin dominance looks like it's working for us when it comes to the altcoins. Now we look at USDT dominance, which look was in a rising wedge, 68% chance of a break to the downside. What happened? We broke to the downside. Then we formed this bullish pennant here, and bearish pennant, and I said, looks like we could come even further down. We are forming a bottom here, something to look at, but lack of momentum in the bullish momentum. And I'm just showing you that even this, even dominance, which is USDT dominance, people don't want to hold tether. They don't want to hold tether. Oh, Reef is hot. We got a trade on Reef, and we'll show you the trade on Reef we have going right now. It's circulating. Sand going to 30 cents. We were talking about sand all the way at 4 cents. So that would have been a 7.5x at sand. I can't say much more about sand. Sand, ocean, and waves. Had anyone taken these calls, we were getting into sand down there at 8 cents. Then I put another call for sand here at 8 cents. There's another little call here in this triangle. It just... Sand, ocean, and waves, man. And look, you put it in your wedge, you take your measured move, and you sell at the target. You do it over and over and over again, and you do the same things over and over again. Binance just added Bake BUSD, guys, and Cake BTC. Yo, Bake BUSD got added. That's going to rocket Bake. Now that they can be bought for BUSD. So that's a new thing, man. Buy the coin when you can only get it for BNB. You know that it's going to get more liquidity when it gets a USDT pair. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Here's Theta. Theta doing its thing. And now just hit the sell zone, right? There's another call that went exactly as planned. Here's your buy zone. Getting the Theta anywhere from the bottom of the trend line at 190. Try to get into the breakout or the retest at 213. Highest place I decided I would think to get in was around 220. Theta went all the way to 351. Gains of 66.97%. How long did it take? If you bought at the low end, at the bottom of my call, and you were able to get in on that wick, or you're still in right now, 17 days. So if you want to make 60%, 70%, 200, 400%, yeah, it takes 2 weeks. It takes a week. It takes 10 days. You don't make these gains just waiting, in a couple days. Sometimes it happens, and I know you see it, and then you think you need to have quick gains. Quick gains are going to get you hurt. All right. You want to have patient gains. You want to continue to add to your stack. Continue to add to my stack. Theta go to theta.tv. Check it out. I'll check it out with you guys. Theta.tv. All right. Boom. This isn't a real website. It has a real platform. It's like a YouTube. I could be on it right now doing live stream. Look, NASA powered by Theta Network. 24/7 NASA TV. So much stuff going on. Watching people doing video games. It's like a Twitch meets YouTube meets Ren. When is Ren crypto and why it will surge? Surge. Maybe he put an F in there accidentally, right? I do that all the time. Go Fuel Ice Shadow Review. So anyway, this is why Theta is going to work. This is why you want to buy things that are already moving. Look at Theta, baby, doing its thing. So if it has a viable project and it's already working, then it's already going to make a move for you. So Theta, man, good fundamentals behind that project. Now, this is where I thought we would kind of stall out at this target here. But we kind of stalled out here and started making the sideways action to the upside. I didn't really notice that till now when I'm looking at it. And we did make the rising wedge, which is a 68% chance of a break to the downside. But as I say, it breaks like 90% to the upside in crypto. And now that we're breaking out, we're kind of retesting this old level. And I'd like to see us break out from here, which we did on a bounce of a candle. So look at this. We look at it closely. See, this was a breakout and a clear retest of this support line. Okay, so 1.5 trillion and on our way. This market cap now has a new target. And this is the entire market cap total. Total is all the cryptos put together, guys. We're going to go all the way up to $2 trillion. $2 trillion. It's going to really start putting crypto on the map. The bigger the market cap, the more institutions take it seriously, the more other people take it seriously, and the more the world is joining us every single day. So now we have total too. This is the crypto total market cap for all the altcoins except Bitcoin. DeFi, everything in a bundle. And we're at $599 billion. About to hit $6 billion. I have a target up here for all the cryptos to go to $839 billion. Now, I showed you that dominance is about to fall. Okay, it didn't look too strong. And it's just seeming to build up this story that things are about to start brewing. And I just wanted to get that in your heads, guys, and let you realize, big things coming. Big things coming. I want to talk about Bake. And I want to say that we got in early on Bake and Berry too. I believe Berry has some big things coming. What is Berry? Berry is the first oracle for Binance Smart Chain. Okay, it's the link of Binance Smart Chain. It's the band of Binance Smart Chain. To me, that is probably one of the biggest deals in the game, and most people don't even know what's going on. So the more you research and the deeper you are into the space, like I made this space my life. Like I wake up, the first 3 hours of my day, it's just crypto, and then all day too. Then I'm tutoring, then I'm charting, and I got to keep up the pace, right? My group is growing, you guys are growing. I have to keep up the pace. If I want to survive in this game and have my channel continue, then I have to keep up the integrity, the work ethic, and showing up every single day for you guys, right? And it's making me a better crypto trader. It's making me a better father, a better person in general. So shout out to every one of you here on YouTube, because I love it. I love it being here every day, okay? Our rebase is loving that market cap. Yeah, we got into rebase so early. And as the market cap continues to grow, we got into rebase. Remember 400 billion market cap? And me and you said, I know the market cap's going to $1 trillion, $2-3 trillion. And we're getting multipliers now at this point. 3x multiplier. So yeah, man, shout out to stakes. If you want to know at the end of the live stream, I'll talk about the different stakes that I have and how I'm making passive income. If you're not making passive income now at this point in the bull run, this is where you want to really gouge the belly of the beast. This is where you want to take as much out as you can during this extensive move. All right. Shout out to anyone on the live stream. If you're joining my Patreon, okay, I gave this call last night in the Patreon for Avalanche. Okay, I gave an exclusive call, a little closer, a little better. I'm still calling it, but it's out of my accumulation range now. And is 4 hour may reset and go sideways a little bit. You could continue to accumulate avalanche, but these are the type of calls I'm going to be putting out. And this is the thing, not every single call is going to be hitting my Telegram group. This call was only for the Patreons. So shout out to everyone out there, but please join my Patreon. My Patreon, and I'll put the link in the description. I don't even have it in the description of the video. I just realized. Bad look for me, but I just made it. So, dude, I literally wait for your vids every day. So yes, thank you. Dejan Davinovich, thanks for the good hard work. I am there in your channel, man. What's up, Lifer? Just joined the Patreon, man. Thank you guys so much, man. $70 per month. You guys are unbelievable. 4 Patreons, every one of you. Rodney, Emil, Von Deer, and this new dude, Poker Eye Out. That's funny, man. You guys are crazy. Anyway, shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me and being a part of my Patreon. I'll learn eventually how to invite people here. Oh, promote. Special offers, embed button. Just want to like copy the link. Oh, this is an embed button though. This is insane. That's not gonna do me. Become a Patreon. Oh, that's what the button looks like. I want to add that button somewhere, man. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I'll figure this out eventually. But let's get on. Let's get on to everything else. 1 inch. It's been sitting at 5 cents at $5 for a while now. Okay. Forming this double bottom. All right. It's only a matter of time, right? So this is a perfect time to start accumulating 1 inch in this bowl. You know, this is where you want to be preemptive. I start buying and then I wait 2 weeks for the pump. Then I wait another 2 weeks for the money. Then I wait another 2 weeks for the big move. And it takes about 6 weeks. You see what I'm saying? And things start to move to the upside. So AVAX was a good shot on Patreon. What's up, Lifer? Just joined the Patreon. Yo, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. That means the world to me. Roman Hamza, please check B-Day. Cool. I'm crying with FOMO on the sidelines of Bake here, waiting for my next packet. Bubba Joe. Bake is cool, man. Let's take a look at Reef. Let's take a look at Reef for you. And so we went over total. We went over total too. We went over Bitcoin. We went over Bitcoin dominance. We went over DeFi perp. And we also went over USDT dominance. Not many channels are going to give you that type of insight, all kind of wrapped up in a bow for you. Just kind of beautiful. And I knew that's what I always wanted. So I want to give you guys what I wish I had. IOST flagging here. Okay. I'm going to make a call here on IOST. This is a beautiful bull flag. We haven't even hit the first target that we were supposed to hit at 47. We got close, 39, but I want us to really breach into the forest. So we started buying IOST at half a penny. It's now 4 cents. Okay, we're going to 8x soon. And I talked about IOST. It was one of my numbered top 10 coins on my top 10 coin list. It's one of the biggest DeFi coins. I think it's going to take over the DeFi space in a way no one realizes. And it was only half a penny. You couldn't get a better DeFi undervalued project. There really wasn't a better undervalued project. So when I looked at it and I did my research.
Daddy, I gave you a thumbs up.
Thank you so much, my love.
And in person?
There you go. Always hit the thumbs up button. Come on, man. How could you disappoint her and not give her? She said if I don't get the 60 likes today, she's going to cry. So don't let her cry, guys. That's a lie. I'm exploiting her. But that would be hilarious, right? So anyway, IOST going all the way up here. Some more gains from the 3.7 all the way up to the 5 cents. That's going to render you about 31.85% on IOST. We're going to go to the 1 hour. Just a little easier to see. We're going to make the call here for you. Seems to be breaking out a little bit, but you never know. So I'm going to make an accumulation range. And that's why these calls are patient calls. They give you a couple days to get in, right? It's not, you don't have to buy right now. It's buy in the box, right? I started realizing that we have more time to enter and more time to exit now because the bull run is kind of extending time frames for us. We're seeing multiple moves in multiple projects. There's enough people and everyone likes something different. And can you believe it? There's enough people to pump all these coins. Like there's a Nano team. There's an IOST team. There's the Link Marines, right? There's the XRP Army. And it doesn't stop. You know, you look under a rock and there's a group you've never heard of again, you know. Now look, there's the Bake team now. People don't even know what Bake is. Now there's the Cake team, right? We're in the Cake team. I call it the Syrup Gang. I call it Syrup Gang with that drip. you know, because that drip is that new drip. You know, everyone's talking about that drip the last few years. And the drip is your ice. Your ice is dripping, so you call it that drip if you got an ice, you know, if you got diamonds on. So we're talking about that syrup game. We got that drip too, and we're all about that drip. So here's a call for IOST, gains of 31%. And we're going to take a picture of this, and we place it in to the trading group. I also like to tweet it to CryptoLifer at CryptoLifer33. Follow me on Twitter, and that's where you can learn. So check it out. This goes now into the calls right here. CryptoLifer, charts and calls only. So you don't have to listen to a meme. You don't have to watch a bunch of stuff like a lot of people. Look, there's a lot of talking here, I know. There's a lot of stuff going on. Cake to the moon. Click the stream just sent. Look at this. Huge news. Binance adds front and Bitcoin pair. Easy Bitcoin pair. Cake Bitcoin pair. Cake USDT. And Bake BUSD trading pairs. The biggest thing on this list is the Cake USDT and the Bake BUSD. Okay? You couldn't even get Bake for BUSD. You couldn't. Okay? Cake, more pairing as well. Nice. Yeah, it's a big deal. Jose Patricio, he getting at 199 and going up to 350. All right? 20x leverage. He's making 865% on that. How is he doing that? And it's patience, man. It's patience. Look at this. I made over 14 calls. So look, I take this, I forward this into the testimonials. See that? And look, the testimonials are rolling in already. We just started that group. And boom. There it is right there. And then I add that there. And boom, now we have it. Look, started with 2K. Took your calls and turned it into 10K. And put it into ETH. Got around 6 ETH. And that will grow because I took your advice. You got 6 ETH for 2K. Okay? B-Rat on crypto. I 12x my cake. Thanks, Lifer. I've made over 14,000 by just following Lifer's calls over Bitcoin. And it took me 3 to 4 days. He is the best. I have made in total 20,000 by following Lifer's calls within 15 days. This group is gold at CryptoLifer. Just joined your Patreon. Thank you so much, every single one of you guys, man. This is what I'm talking about. You guys rock. You guys rock, man. You guys rock. These are big days for me. Big things are happening. 50 likes, 46 people watching. And I'm so humbled by every single one of you guys. A moment of prayer. Like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Let's get into OneCoin. We haven't talked about OneCoin in a little bit. It fell off, right? Anyone? This is a call that really didn't go as planned. Let's see what's going on. Definitely got a stop loss. You'd be underwater if you were into one. But what we do see, okay, is one is now forming my lovely favorite pattern. And we're going to discuss what's going on here with one. Number one with one. What happens? Let's see the last falling wedge. I just want to teach you guys some stuff. You want to look for these similar interactions with moving averages. And this is why moving averages are key. So look, remember we talk about that same pattern. But here's one right here. And it forms this kind of flag. And again, inside of it is that what we talked about. Remember the rising wedge that breaks to the double bottom? Look, rising wedge breaks down to the double bottom and booms up. This is a rising wedge, breaks to a weird double bottom and booms up. But anyway, that's a story for another time, but we've gone into that in depth on the channel a few times. Shout out to Jose Pedro Patricio for really sitting me down. He's given me two tutoring sessions, maybe even 3 at this point. I can't remember, but I think it's been 2, but they've been hours long. I've learned so much, and it's like how I want to spend every Saturday now. So shout out to my team, man, all my admins, everyone in the group for helping me maintain the group the way we maintain it. I really, really appreciate it. Shout out to Jesse B for writing the no scammer. Don't send, if anyone private messages you and says they're an admin and they need some help, it's never going to happen. We're never going to come and just randomly private message you and say, hey, like, you may become friends with someone and you guys may talk like, hey, I want to DM you, and you guys may talk. That's completely different. You can meet in the group. Once you kind of establish who each other are, yeah, you can go off and have a side conversation. But if you get a random message from somebody that you've never met, hey, what's up? Are you in Lifer's group? Or, hey, I'm Lifer's friend and no. Someone could even try to impersonate me at one point, So dead that immediately. So look, we see this is What happened was we were in the falling wedge bull flag, and what happens, the price interacts with the 200-day moving average. So when I go to 1 and I see the price interacting with the 200-day moving average, and I see we're forming the double bottom again, and look, it's the wedge. This is that triangle wedge, falls out, double bottom. We're breaking to the upside. Now I start looking for divergence. So I go to the 30-minute, and if I see established divergence, which I do right now, right here, swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up, right? Same things, guys, right? We do the same things here every day. That bullish divergence tells me, boom, I can long right here. And look, what do we also see? Let's boom this up. I just saw, I don't know if you saw it. Did anyone else see it? Double bottom, a W, right? So now you're getting double confluence. This is called confluence. When two things tell you the same thing twice in technical analysis. Confluence, okay? Double bottom with the bullish, with hidden bullish divergence, with bullish divergence. That is what you want to look for a lot inside of a wedge pattern at the bottom of the pattern, okay? Tells you that we're starting a new trend to the upside. And we are. Now you can see that this is the new trend. And you look for a higher low at this point. Higher high, higher low. We didn't make a higher high, okay? So now you can see that we're forming a bit of a pennant here. You see this? Now, boom. All right. And you can even make it huge, but it's really not that big, but you could kind of try to connect it. Interesting, to say the least. Now, I'm going to take this format. We're going to go to the 4-hour with it. Okay. Hit auto, kind of clear it out. And look, I see hidden bullish divergence. Now, we just saw this play out in Cake. We just saw this play out in Bitcoin. What do you think is going to happen now with OneCoin? Okay. Swing up to swing up. Swing up to swing up. We are going sideways right here, but this tells me that the trend will continue. A great place for one. Look, 4-hour Stokes, ready to rock. Ready to move here. So, if you were in one in the call, hold on, man, and just hang on. Have some patience. This thing is ready to rock. So, the falling wedge. So, here's the call for one. And we're going to put this into the channel because I like this call right now. And I like where one is. And it's starting to consolidate and do its thing. Call out. So here you go. Where one is. If it dips a little bit, I wouldn't go any lower though. There's your buy zone. Okay. Technically, it's right now on a pretty aggressive buy, but I like where we're at. Nothing's too aggressive anymore in this bull run as well, right? You don't want to have to push it too far, right? Can you use Pancake Swap from a phone? I believe you can. Thanks for going one. That's my baby. Erin is working from home today, so she's watching also. Shout out to Mo. Shout out to Erin. Thank you guys so much. What's up, Lifer? Have a great day. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, everyone here. Glad I got COVID to be here and be home with you guys. Real talk. Dude, you got COVID for a reason. A blessing. Cake at 13.8, guys. How is Holochain looking today? Sold in time for a drop, but I got to look for a new entry now. Okay. We'll take a look at HOT too because I'm in Holochain as well. And it's kind of a sleeper coin that I'm putting out there. So yeah, let's take a look at what's going on with Holochain. Measured move for one is the length of the pole. Usually has a little issue at its previous high here. So we might see us go sideways there. Don't be surprised if we stall out. Don't get worried. Don't get crazy. Okay. We also see this starting to move. Let's go back to that 1 hour. Reason why we're going to use the 1 hour is because we have the interaction with the 200-day moving average. I like that. I want to use that as support for my stop loss. Okay. Yellow line right there. Stop loss. Make it slim. No need to risk a lot here. Also, proper risk management. Are you using a risk management calculator that I teach every single time during the tutoring? Are you taking 1% of your portfolio per trade? Risking 1% of your portfolio. Let me say it again. You can only risk 1% of your portfolio per trade. Can I say it again? You can only risk 1% of your portfolio per trade. If you have $10,000, you can risk $100. That means you can make 100 trades before you lose it all. So, here's my stop loss. I calculate the percentage of the stop loss. It's about 10.3%. I could make 78%. That's a 7-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Are you making sure your trades have a risk-reward ratio? Are you making sure every time you risk something, there's a bigger gain? If not, then you're not in there, right? Ramen swap is crazy. 1200 API. I saw bigger API, bro. I saw something like 10,000 API today on, yeah, ramen swap. You're right. Yeah, weed swap. I think it's 12,000 API, bro. Not 1,200. 12,000 API. So take a look. Summer? Could I have some water, my love? Okay, so here we go. She's got to be able to go get her daddy some water, right? 100 divided by 0.1038. That was the stop loss. That gives me a position. 100 divided by 0.1038. And that gives me the position of $963 in the trade. Okay? So now you could put 10% of your portfolio in the trade, but you're only risking 1% in the trade. How do you manage trade versus investment? Because I'm invested in Bitcoin and ETH, and everything else I see as a midterm trade. Yeah, everything else is a midterm trade, but not too, I mean, depending on where you're at. Like DeFi, Aave was moving before the DeFi was even a big hype. It really was, right? So we saw Aave doing big things. Now Aave's consolidating, kind of hanging out in this region. But I see it here. Look, your buy zone is if we come back down here, buy it up. But if we break on out, buy the breakout or the retest. Stop loss there, sell zone there. This is still a viable trade. Aave is still sitting in a viable place for a trade. I'm going to grab this up and post it into the trading group. I'm also going to tweet it back out. I probably posted this a while back. I also want to talk about ADA. We also have to get back in and discuss what's happening with Reef. All right, Reef token is on my radar right now. Cake, man, all the way to $14 doing its thing. Wow. So let's see what's going on now. So there's another call. Let's go and take that one call too. Forgot to throw it into the trading room. As we're going by Cake, we might as well take a look at it. 13, 14. Cake loves to spin up. Let's see how high it really went though. It wicks up really fast. 13.99. Yeah, Cake going to $14 a coin now. Now we're in Cake at 60 cents. It's now at 13.14. It is far away from the 21-day moving average. It looks a lot like this. We'll probably see a similar pattern to this. Look, I would not be surprised. If we take our bars pattern, I would not be surprised if Cake does a similar move.
Daddy, a pesty animal.
Could you get me some water, my love?
Pesty animal again last night pooped on our doorsteps.
What is he doing, man? So this is what I see happening for Cake. Possible level there is 1173, right? Same area as the top support. A lot of times Cake will come back to the previous support region. This time, look, we were at the previous support was right there. We did not even come close. We came all right. We did have a candle close right there, though. See this one? And this one would come and retest that. So we would break up and retest that wick. We candle close, and then this wick would come and test this area. So look, support and resistance flip right there. Because candle close on a wick there, candle close on a wick there, and then the same similar thing. Look, we zoom in closely. Insane to see, but look, candle close on a wick there. Candle came very close to closing on the wick there. So now look where we see here, candle close on the wick. It's only a matter of time till Cake comes all the way back down to this line and candle closes on a wick, and we probably begin our next move to the upside. I'll show you the daily still has a lot of room to go for Cake. So there's really no reason to stop the daily yet. Bigger targets. Now we hit my target there of 1513 is my next target. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at that. So we're not yet, and then we'll break out of here, and then that will give its measured move. So we still didn't hit my sell zone yet if you got into Cake at about $9 or $10. So shout out to everyone who took the call for Cake last night at 10 p.m. at night. It was the last thing that I posted into the trading group, in the trading room right here. Look, 10 p.m. Buy zone, spot loss. I'm silly, man. Stop loss. Watch Cake here. I said, watch Cake. Here is an entry idea. If you missed it, I felt bad for the people that didn't get into Cake. I really did. And I said, can I help these people out? And I said, I think I can. With Cake being so important, I'm not sure if I want to sell that Cake trade I'm in. No. We got lucky, man. BitBoy spewed it out yesterday. I spit a video out that's starting to rock 1,200 views and more, starting to gain some momentum. So we're seeing a lot of good movement. We're seeing a lot of really, really, really good movement. I like this mix. I started a new mix today. I really do like it. Doing well. Altcoins take a little bit of a falling off. Nah, doing pretty good though so far. So let's get into your tickers, guys. Let's get into the more comments. Well, with cake being so important, I'm not sure. Yeah, cake lifer, man. We are cake lifers. Does Tron have any interesting moves short term on TA? Let's take a look at Tron and see what's going on. We're going to take a look at Reef as well as we come on to the RS area and to the T. We're going to fly by Reef, so I might as well pick it up on the way. Qdom, I talked about Qdom, about to do big things, breaking out of the buy zone for a retest at the top of the trend line, forming a nice little flag. Watch Qdom. It's going to be a nice call, ready to rock, so don't sleep on Qdom. A lot of my calls are preemptive. You get into them early. I start you off before everyone actually gets into the pump, kind of set you up for what's going down. Look for Qdom for the 4 hour to possibly do a double top or to come back down if you want to re-enter Qdom. Okay, but I like it here. I like what Qdom's doing. I think 1inch and Uni will lose a bit of momentum as volume is moving over to Binance. Well, I don't know, man. I think just more and more people are going to learn about decentralized finance, and I think they're both going to continue to rock. I think they're both very undervalued. Yeah, I think you're going to see 1inch actually follow Uni. 1inch is like way, way later than Uni, right? Uni was up months before 1inch. So wait for some adoption, but I'm telling you right now, 1inch is my call going up to 20 bucks. You hold 1inch for a while, even right here, if you get into 1inch in this accumulation zone that I've been talking about every single day on the channel, I don't give up on it. 1inch, 1inch, 1inch. It's the first thing I bring up. $10 1inch. Then we can kind of have another conversation. I'm just going to keep farming my cake. I think 1inch and Uni will lose a bit of momentum. I'm not sure, man. I don't think so. Let's look at Tron. And let's look at my favorite coin, Atom. What's Atom doing? Had some big moves. Let's look at Algo as well. Algo had some big moves. So I have a trade for Algo right here, breaking on out. Sell zone there. 4 hours looking healthy in a lot of coins. So there's a trade right there for Atom in the buy zone. Algo in the buy zone there. A little messy, I understand. I'm sorry about that. A lot of stuff going on, but I was just trying to show guys possible ideas, possible movement. There's your bowl. We did not break out of the bowl though. We actually ended up forming a bigger bowl. So now the bowl is this. See that? That's your bowl now. And we're gonna move our way on out. I concur on 1inch. Yeah, it's definitely gonna keep continuing up to the upside. It's only a matter of time. And I believe it follows exactly what Uni does and goes to $20. And then from there, we'll see what goes on. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you everyone for the 54 likes. Thank you for sharing your most precious value with me, which is your time, your most precious asset. With cake being so important, I'm not sure if I want to sell that cake I'm in. No. Thank you for the water. Can you look at ontology? Yeah, let's take a look at ontology. Let's take a look at Reef. Reef Finance. Unbelievable cake, man. Can't believe it. All right, so Reef. Now, what we see for Reef right here is beautiful. One of my favorite things to see ever, right? We do see a shoulder here, in my opinion. We do see a head right here, and we see a right shoulder. Looks like Reef is forming an inverted head and shoulder right there, to say the least. Okay. I had Reef in this rising wedge. And see, I do a lot of technical work, but I had Reef breaking out of these falling wedges, and then it was just going down, up, down, up. And I said, you know, if Reef can get out of this target to the upside, I can see Reef break on up. So this is all the work we had done on Reef, right? I had a buy zone here for Reef, which was between about 3.1 and 3.6 area. We did get all the way up to about 4.95. So that call made about 60%, right? And we just breached the let it ride zone. You could have taken some profit if you wanted at these green lines. You know, they're always supporting resistance. But you know, once Reef gets up in here, it's in price discovery basically. And it can get all the way up to its previous high where it began at 29 cents. So I just look for this thing to 7x, 10x. I think this thing is about to do a 7x. It's going to follow cake. a lot of DeFi. People are talking about it all the time. Like, I hear about it more and more and more and more and more. So here you go. And this is the thing. There's a lot of other things in the similar pattern to this, but not in price discovery the way this is. It breaks this candle close right here. It's gone. It's strange that it got sold off the way it did at this previous point. But it really doesn't. And look, double bottom here. There's a W forming. This is also a bit of a cup and handle. Let me show you. Because you could take the cup from there to there. You know? Hard to kind of get it in a perfect cup. But it's clearly, to me, a cup and a handle, right? Take the length of the price to the bottom price. These are going to be some of the biggest moves you've ever seen. I mean, I'm telling you right now, you've heard it here first. You heard it here first for sure. $194% coming out of Reef, man. Only a matter of time. I'm happy I got my Reef. Let's see what happens. That could send Reef up to 11 cents. Now, I only have 13,000 Reef. I've never purchased Reef in my life. I've only farmed it. It's one of the first coins that I ever farmed that I actually didn't put any money into, right? So we take a look at Reef right now. Sitting at about, I think, like 13,560 Reef. And if it goes to 11 cents, and I got the Reef from farming Cake. So Cake's going to give me another $1,400. Yo, Cake is the gift that keeps on giving. Makes me just want to put some more into Reef right now at 4 cents because I know it's going to go to the upside. It's just only a matter of time at this point. So Reef, man, doing its thing. Yeah. How do you manage? Okay, so minimum 7 cents for Tron. Man, this world is insane. So much to follow. Need a gazillion eyes. ETH and XRP, please. Sergu Makanu, TRX, my target is 7 cents minimum. We have to redo TA after that. Reef is being tweeted a lot. Yeah. Bake at 92 cents. Wow. Babe, you basically 100%ed. Yep. Yeah, Bake. You made your monies, babes. I think 1 inch in uni. Could you please look at Ontology? I have it going to 2.5. Let's take a look at Ontology. Sand at 29, man. Unbelievable. Hitting 33 at one point. Today is a huge day for a lot of big coins again. And look, this is just starting on the 4 hour. So watch out for Sand, man. SNX is sleeping. It's a little sleepy coin right now. But mind you, man, when it begins to break out, possible buy zone, the aggressive buy is right in here at the bottom of this trend line or at the breakout. Anywhere in between, stop loss below in case it breaks. The 200-day moving average should come into play here on the 4 hour. We were about to have a kind of a cross here, but a little bit of a double bottom forming. Also here, maybe we kind of curve back to the upside. It's very rare that in the middle we go down. Usually it's one of these or kind of one of those. So we'll see what happens with SNX, but I'm extremely bullish on the project. It's already had a lot of big growth, so it just has to cool off a little bit before it hits its next milestone. But it's going to go up to $58 a coin. They're going to start following Aave and EGLD and doing those things that those coins do. Let's take a look at Ontology. And I'm here in the T's. Let's look at Tron. TRX, man. TRX. Uni at 21. Actually, Jose was looking at Uni. He said he was having an issue with Uni. Let's go back to Jose's comment here. He said something about your thoughts on Uni. 4 hour seems like a head and shoulders, but the daily Stokes are at the bottom. Okay, so let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, you know what it is? I'll tell you what right now. I'm going to give you my expert analysis on this. Shoulder, head, but this fell down too much. Whenever I see a big wick like that, it's usually the end of the head and shoulder pattern, in my opinion. Honestly. I'd be as bold as to go somewhere else with this. So let me start fresh. Whenever I look at something, the first thing I do is I put it on the daily. And I give myself a clear thought, even if I'm not dealing with it, and I make support and resistance lines. Support and resistance is really crucial to understand. A lot of people can trade simply on support and resistance. That's all you need. The simpler you make things for yourself, the better, right? And remember, these bulls, I just want to put this out there, because if you can do this, and I tell you guys this probably every day in the channel, but I like to repeat it, put it in a bowl. if you can put it in a bowl, and then you're going to establish your points to purchase. Like there's your one, there's your touch. I could extend that so it's clean. I just have to switch tools, but there you go. So you get your places to buy. And you see it's four distinct places in my opinion. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're gone. Then we start to move up to the higher highs. Now look, price stopped right here. Where did price come bounce off of? Right there, very close. 21-day moving average. The only reason we probably didn't hit support exactly. Okay. And then it just happens again and again and again. As you see support and resistance change. These wick up, this candle closes, wicks down, these candle close. This is where this candle then closes right there. Bounces off previous support. And now look, we come here, we bounced. We have now a nice support line here for Uni at 18. So this is what Uni's doing. It's not in the head and shoulders at all. You look at it on the daily, it's in a beautiful bull pennant with a double bottom. And it's about to break to the upside. You just had to see it a little clearer. Right? So Uni's in a double bottom, man. Uni is hot right now. People are loving Uni. This is going to break to the upside. So right now it's forming the double bottom. Let's take the target of the double bottom. How do you get that? It's a measured move. Every pattern has a measured move. Boom. Just a little one for now. And then you could take this length of the pole. And that's going to be your extended target for Uni. I actually could put a trade here because we're at the bottom of the pattern inside a double bottom on the daily. So right here is going to be your time to accumulate some Uni at $21 before you have to pay $41 for some Uni. Only a matter of time. Okay. So let me build the case for you. We have a double bottom on the stochastic. We're resetting on the Stokes, looking really good on the daily, right? We don't have hidden bullish divergence, which would be nice, but it's slight because it is actually divergence though, and I'll show you why. When we take swing low to swing low, it's to the upside. But if I take swing low to swing low here, it's pretty straight. These lines would hit each other if they were ever brought into infinity. That's divergence, and it kind of is hidden bullish divergence. It's exaggerated hidden bullish divergence in my opinion, and it tells me that the trend will continue to the upside. So this is pretty easy for me to figure out. And this is about to go up 100% gains. So Jose, you just gave me another call for the channel. And honestly, all these calls are valid if you're patient enough. One did hit the stop loss. Maybe, about 4 calls out of the last like 60 calls did hit a stop loss. I'll give it to you. 4. So I'm sorry if you were the unlucky person that maybe have taken one of those. But again, don't do anything you see me do on this channel. None of this is financial advice. Okay? Not at all. There's your buy zone. And bottom of the trend line, please. Aggressive buy is right here. I'm going to circle the buy because aggressive buy. High risk, high reward. Remember that. It is high risk to buy at the bottom of that trend line. But this is it. You're close. Double bottom on Uni. There's your buy zone. There's your sell zone. And then just use this as your stop loss. This level of support that we obviously have cleared twice. Starting to form a nice line. So here's another call for the channel. For free. For free. Aggressive buy. We're going to tweet that out to @CryptoLifer33. Please follow me. You can follow me and just get free tweets. Pretty simple. Pretty good idea. And we're going to go over here at CryptoLifer calls and charts only. And we're going to put it in the calls and charts only. Also going to add Uni, USDT to the name so you can search that and find that. That's another call in the channel. So throughout the day, 10:24 a.m., IOST. Then we had Aave and Uni. And look, we did one as well. We forgot one. We forgot one. That's hilarious, right? We forgot one. Wow, I'm just still stoked by the extended trading pairs of BUSD, right? We started buying Bake when it was 47 cents. So now you kind of have to calculate your Bake. It's kind of interesting, right? So let's look at Bake now. Well, Bake at BUSD. Oh yeah, so now we can look Bake. Oh, this is so cool. Bake BUSD. No symbols yet? What? Bake BNB. Oh, so they haven't programmed it yet. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at the biggest winners on Binance now and see what's going on Binance.com. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. I'm crying on FOMO from the sidelines. Bake still in the early stage. Ah, this market is crazy. Our rebase is loving the market cap. Yes, it is. Wow, we did so much. In 14 hours or so, it'll be tradable. Put a limit sell order at target and wait. Bake USBT. Qdom, please. We went over Qdom and we actually kind of, we looked at a chart for it. Probably dumb question. I'm new to crypto. No question is dumb. 100% gains from here. How long would that take? Probably 2 to 3 weeks. How do we know Cake isn't a Ponzi? Because it's been audited and it was created by Binance Smart Chain. And it's been around. We've been trading Cake for like 7 months now. Like my first trade on Cake was a long time ago. I can actually prove it. I'll prove it. Just to prove these things, I'll go to my trading dashboard. I will find my trading diary and I will search my Cake trades. How dare you call my Cake? How dare you? How dare you even suggest that my Cake is something of a fraudulent thing? So, here is my first Cake buy. On October 19th, I bought Cake for 56 cents, 58 cents, right there. I was even trading for 88 cents a couple days before that on 10/14. 10/4, I made my first Cake trade when it was 49 cents. Okay? So and I lost $176 trading Cake that day. What do you know? So Cake got me that one. But I'm just saying, I've been trading Cake since October. Okay? October, November, December, January, February. I've been trading Cake for 5 months, man. And I would be very surprised if Cake is a rug pull because it's not like a uni. Number one, go to uni and get rug pulled. That's what we're talking about. But not Cake would be it would be very weird for it to be a rug pull. Jose Pedro put me in Cake quite early as well. Thank you, my friend. How could you not? I mean, we were talking about Cake even before I feel like he was on the channel, though. Maybe you and him were in another group. That makes sense. Yeah, because they kind of got me. You know who got me into Cake was another group. So, Tandu, can you look at Luna USD2? Yeah. Not only is LIFER helpful, but the group is as well. You guys are amazing. No, the group is the best. It's about the group. Did you go over Reef? I have to step out and take a conference call. Yes, I went over Reef. I did. You can go search it. We actually have a call for Reef, though. Let's take a look at my baby V-Chain. Doing its thing in the buy zone again. Now, had you take any of these calls that we put out there, starting to do their thing, you could chase these green candles now, but I don't suggest it. The buy zone was down in here at 4.7. You're already up now, and now you get to ride it out. I don't like people to chase late calls, even though there's probably is more coming out of all the calls. But you just don't got to chase the late call. Secret Network. This thing seems to be moving up pretty well, doing its thing. Look at this. About to break out. Having a curve on the daily here, too, and a curve up here. Looks like this actually wants more. You could just simply do these simple things, too. Length of the pole. Should go to the next length of the pole. You see that? Breakout. You can see, I just see it so easily at this point. Boom, there it is. This is probably going to go up to 375. Make a buck on 279 if you want. You can go to the 1 minute and look for another flag. Retest or pull, something of that nature. And you can start seeing we're interacting with the 200-day moving average. Now I can show you what I was talking about. This is a big sign. This is a good thing. More things to come. See? This is why moving averages are key. And this is why you want to understand your moving averages, because they're going to make you a better trader. Can you check YFI? Someone asked a question and 5 people hop on it. That's funny. Awesome. BQX moved. Can you check YFI? Not only is LIFER helpful, thank you. Post this stuff in the testimonial group. Please join the testimonial group and post this type of stuff. I want people to be able to go there and just see how much things have changed since they've gotten into this group. So here, I'll go here. I'll hit the link. Please join this group, everyone here. There's 50 of you guys. Hit the link. Join the group. Let me know. Immense targets on BQX. Can you check YFI? Let's take a look at YFI and YFII, as we made a trade on YFII recently. Struggling now at 32. It's doing a retest though, coming down for that retest to me, or a double bottom, and it's on its way. I just feel like it's forming this new trend line. And look, interacting with the 200-day moving average. We talk about this. And we show you how it really begins the next trend. Inverted head and shoulders as well. Just be patient on these. Only a matter of time till they break to the upside. It did go all the way to 3462. But I'm still holding my futures trade, and I'm going to hold it, man. I'm going to hold it. And yeah, this is actually curving up for a double bottom for more. So this looks like it wants more here too as well. Length of the pole. So the daily's telling me. And why did I like this trade? I talked about the bull. Remember I just talked about a bull? What do you see here, guys? A lot of these bulls are over. They're hard to find at this point. They were abundant like 2-3 months ago. You could have found any bull you wanted and accumulated. Hindsight is 2020. So this one is just starting to reach out of the bull. I'm telling you, man, this is where things get really interesting. We have the 21-day moving up pretty nicely too. Let's go to that 4-hour. Do we have a golden cross? Yeah, we have a golden cross right here. 50-day crossing the 200-day moving average. That's where things really begin to move. That's where things really begin to extend themselves. Then you do some support and resistance lines in this area if you have to. Slap one in there, slap one in there, and looks like we're going to hit this new level. This is where candles closed. We came up. This could be a support and resistance flip right here as we speak. See this? There is support. And remember, Lynn, I said we go over this, so we're kind of going over this here. Jose, if you're still here, I don't know if you're here. Let me know if you're here. If you are, I will go over the bearish, how to find bearish targets. Got some uni and algo. Yes, sir. XRP and ETH. Immense targets. BQX moved. Can you check YFI? Let's take a look at YFI now at 43,000. Doing something very similar to YFII. And look what we can do. Talking about these bulls, right? There's your bull, guys. Get in on the right side of the bull. Do your thing. Then the bull also coincides with the falling wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the upside. This is going to break to the upside. Then we take our length of our pole. We take our measured move. We swing it down. Okay. Now, what do we see here? The 4-hour says we're going to come hit the ball one more time. That's what the 4-hour suggests. Why? Because look, we're going to have to reset here on the stochastic. So wait for the stochastics, but go to your daily. Make sure your daily's looking nice. And it is. It's turning to the upside. So just wait for that 4-hour to curve. You could add to the trade when the 4-hour comes down here. How do you do that? I show you all the time. Alt-H, right click. Put an alert right there. When the stochastics hit that, I will get an alert, a vibration, a sound. And then I know I probably touched the bowl one more time and I'm ready to rock. Now, another thing you want to see is this is just forming its next trend line. Now you also want to look for hidden bullish divergence that we just discussed. Swing up to swing up. Is it there? And then we go, wow, look, swing down to swing down. The trend will continue. They're just going sideways, but this trend will continue. It's just rounding itself out, just like it did here. Now you look for indications inside of the RSI. Look at this. This is key. This I've never done before. Rounded bottom on the RSI. Okay, I'll clone this. I'll flip it over. Rounded bottom on the RSI, right? I mean, I'm just saying, like, we're going to round our way back to the top of these patterns. We're going to do our thing. That's a bit of a double bottom too. Hard to see, but there it is. I mean, interesting. Interesting. So, yeah, I'm very bullish on all of DeFi. As I showed you DeFi perp. More room to go, more going. This is in a bigger pattern too. Look at this beautiful rounded bottom. It's the same pattern over and over again. This pattern is this pattern. Look, it's a falling wedge on the right side that then forms a rounded bottom. Look at this. A falling wedge on the left side that forms the rounded bottom. I can't, here it is again. Do you need to see it again? A falling wedge on the left side. And look what it does. What does it do? Oh, it forms a rounded bottom. Like, come on now. Like, oh, you want to see it again? Because you didn't get it the first time? Oh, you want to see it again? Oh, you want to see the falling wedge, right? With the rounded bottom. Guys, it's here in the bigger time frame. It's here in the smaller time frame. It's here again. Okay? Pattern recognition. Pattern recognition is so key. It's so key. All right? The more you see these things, the more money you are going to be able to make. It's only that simple. The more you chart, the more you're going to see. Okay? Prefer to put it in different ones. Okay. Shout out to everyone here. What's going on? Oh, well, I got 14 different cryptos. Prefer to put it in different ones. How do you feel about KNC, Kyber Network? I think the Kyber Network is great. I've never done a deep dive. I researched it kind of a few years ago. Busy studying. Thought you were live. No worries. The gains most right now for me is Ocean Protocol. I love Ocean, man. Are you staking Ocean? Is there any place to stake Ocean? Are you making any residuals? Let's take a look at Luna. Like it's still at least 2020. Like it's still a steal at $2.20. How do you feel about Kyber Network? Let's take a look at the KNC Kyber Network. I just can't believe Sand, man, doing its thing. Remember we used to talk about Rose? It was like my sleeper, and I said, don't sleep on Rose. Look, it was in this cup and handle, and people were like, I haven't made any money. It's taken weeks. Had you taken this cup and handle with me, man, look at that. Look where Rose went to now. It didn't matter what crypto you were in, man. And this is before the real big explosion, right? Remember Rose? I said, hold it for 2 to 3 weeks, guys. Just, stay with me. Bear with me now. They all eventually did their thing. Can you look at Celsius if you have time? It's hard to get all of them. My favorite nano is on the move. Yes, thanks. Oh, yeah, so Pedro, Jose, measured moves of a bearish pattern is just like a measured move of a bullish pattern. It's the same thing. You just flip them upside down. So you could just invert bullish patterns, and then it's just the same exact idea. Like, remember, this was your pole. So you take the length of the pole, and then now, look, boom. That's your target. And look, we hit support. We bounced even lower. It's just like that. You just flip them upside down. It's that simple. So if you can do a measured move on a bullish pattern, you just literally invert it, and you're good to go. So, like, look, we'll take a double bottom. Here's a double bottom. Right? Where's the measured move of the double bottom? It's not what I wanted. There's your measured move, right? It's not always perfect. That's why I did that. Sometimes it is. You bring this to the line. You make a line at the W. That's your level, and that's where the measured move will go. Usually price is here. And that's how you figure out where it will go. Now, if it's upside down and it's an M, it's the same scenario. You take from here to here, and you swing it, and that's where the bearish move will go. And it's the same for every pattern. You just continue that movement. I hate to see BTC killer, ETH killer. It never happens. They'll have some competition, but they'll never be dethroned, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not staking, but I think you could bank on Bancor. Don't know much about staking, but I should. Okay, cool. No, I love Ocean Protocol. I think it's great. I think it really is good. All right. Let's take a look at KNC and the Kyber Network. I told everyone to sell Penn Gaming at 120, 126, 122. A lot of people probably didn't listen, but remember that target? We gave that target all the way back at 50, 54 right here, and we give it for free on Instagram. But look at patience, even patience in this game. How long from that call to the end of the call? 152 days. That's insane, right? That's like 5 months. Matic starting to do some big things. Let's take a look at what's going on with Matic. Okay. Inverted head and shoulder, if you can't see it. Pretty nice. Sometimes if you can't see it, you go to the 1 hour, because the 1 hour it becomes far more apparent. Okay. Shoulder. Head. Elongated right shoulder probably there. You could even kind of extend that. But there you go. Inverted head and shoulder for sure. Right? Target. Neckline to the head. Swing that out to the end of the shoulder. And we're on our way to that target pretty good, which is going to be close to that all-time high for Matic. Now, what did we just talk about? What did we just talk about? We talked about the falling wedge that breaks into the bowl. And now I hope you guys are really starting to establish yourselves as expert traders, because I don't know how many bowls I can show you. But remember what happens when the bowls break out to the upside. So, in retrospect, where do we think Matic will go from learning from the past? Boom. Then you put it in this flag as well. And look how many patterns we're establishing in one little area. We're establishing a falling wedge. We're establishing an inverted head and shoulder, a cup, okay? And then we're also establishing a bull flag with a bull, and then we also have a measured move. A lot of TA went into this right now. A lot of TA went into this real fast, really quick, right? You'll be able to do this at one point in your life. Measured move. If you stick with me, you'll be able to do this probably in a couple weeks. It's not that hard, guys. It just takes work. Honestly, the more you stay in the charts, the faster you'll make money. People think making money is like running around watching YouTube videos. No, sit at home by yourself and do this. When I start, yeah, I have to watch YouTube videos, see what's hot. I want to know what's going on, right? We have to kind of be in tune with the markets. That's of course part of it all, right? But so I'm going to give a call for Matic, actually. I like where it's at. And then I look at oscillators. Now I haven't looked at anything else, but the patterns are telling me something good. Now I can look at the daily time frame, and if the daily time frame wants to rock, then But you know what? I think it's going to curve to the upside. Look, we got to zoom in here, but we're getting a curve. That's telling me we're probably going to come up. Matic may not want to come down. It's a good sign. And do we have a curve up? Yeah, we have the curve up here on the MACD, and we talk about these curve ups. Tells you there's more coming. It's like the beginning of the next hill. Like we're just getting started. So Matic, if you all know it, rebranded to Polygon, so it has a different name now. I don't know when they're going to change all that or change the ticker. But yeah, so I like the daily. So then I go to the 4 hour. 4 hours a little spent. So I think we're going to go sideways here and form a flag. And I go to the 1 hour and I look for the flag, and there it is. Looks like we're going to start a new little flag there. Not the best place to buy, but it's beginning to do its thing. So then again, go to the 4 hour. We know the daily's ready to rock. Watch this. Just watch this. And, are we going to come all the way down? It's possible. Are we just going to double top? It's possible. So give it a watch. Maybe put an alert right there on this line. Also put an alert down here. Whichever one hits first, give you an indication of what's going on with Matic without having to stare at the chart every single day. So now you kind of have an idea for Matic. And now I'm not going to put the call out yet until we see a reset on the 4 hour. And that's why I don't put you guys into things until they're probably ripe to push, So I know exactly even when to release the call. And there's a reason for that. Unless it's an accumulation. When you see accumulation, it means I want you to start getting this earlier before most people do, because it's going to be big. We didn't go over Elron, one of my favorite coins in the game. Let's take a look at EGLD, baby. At 161. There's my accumulation zone, forming the bowl. Are we going to come back down to the side of the bowl? A lot of times we just start to break up, especially if it's a viable project. But a lot of other things are bowling out, so we'll see. And so don't be surprised if we come back down to 130, but I hope we don't, right? Looks more like we're breaking to the upside right now. Let's go to the 1 hour to see if we're flagging, doing something, a little bit of a flag there, and we're starting a new trajectory, okay? Also, let's go to the daily and see if we have hidden bullish divergence. We'd have to have swing up to swing up from here to here, and we do. We have swing up to swing up here on the low. There's our two lows, right? Price definitely came to the low. Price came to the low, bounced. And then we have the same thing here. Swing low to swing low. This is hidden bullish divergence. It's telling me that the trend will continue, especially with the daily moving on up. So I like this trade. I don't think we're going to bowl out here. That's how the other ones did that. This one is kind of have more momentum this move. I'm going to take away this accumulation box here. You had a chance. I put this out for a few days and told people this is where you should accumulate. I really did. I knew this was your chance. And this is the bull. So the bull is a lot quicker now. Look at it. So we do have a bull, but it's just fast. What do I mean by a faster bull? Well, it spins on out faster. See that? Like we're already kind of getting our way on out. But again, if you can put a bull on it, boom. Link will link you with its breakout. Will Chainlink ever break out? We're so close, it seems. Same pattern as Bitcoin Daily on EGLD. Yeah, it looks really good. So EGLD is about to go and boom up. I have a target for EGLD all the way here at about $325. I would start accumulating EGLD still. I'll give you another accumulation box, but I like this trade. When the 4 hour is ripe and comes back down, or I watch it, I'm going to be putting out a trade for it. But there was your accumulation, which was kind of a trade. I didn't want to, I said this is really where you want to be accumulating EGLD. So one of the greatest projects in the game was just $23. It's up 8x for me. At one point, I was up 11x. Okay. Link. We'll chain link. I have a gem project for you. RIF USDT. We'll take a look at that. At the end, we're going to do news, and we'll do a deep dive on some projects to see what is going on with them and if they're viable or not. Do you like Elrond? I love Elrond. It's one of my major holdings. Okay. I love RIF. I think RIF is going to do really good. I'm not worried about that FUD and what they're talking about for RIF. I'm letting that slide. It's not a big deal for me. Yeah, to me, it just, I'm not stressing it. It's not a big deal, right? Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining and being a part of the team. New members coming in every day. 16 members since last night or since this morning. Unbelievable. Iron Man XRP, welcome. It's a fork of YFI from what I'm seeing. A question of how long does it take? I came across a vid for a Telegram group. I'm excited to start staking cake. It's taking off. Oh my God, it's so funny, man. People are jumping in on the group on cake alone. We should have a cake group. The syrup gang, I'm going to call it. Anyone, and you could just post your syrup gang because no one will get jealous because we'll all be in cake together and be like, yeah. Look, I gave you this trade. It was a monster trade. I took a long pull here. No pause. And a $33 target here. Going all the way up 60%. I gave you another trade there. Then I showed you the inverted head and shoulder. Kind of tracked this all the way long, man. All the way long. So pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. BQX move immense targets. Can you check Voyager, BQX? Funny, I was just talking about cake. Yeah, the cake lounge. Reef and cake, baby, reef and cake. We gave you the cake call, man. At this point, like, if you're still chasing cake, it's a little late. It's a little late to chase cake. We think we're going to come down here and do a bit of a sideways action, or just what we did here. Possible cake comes back down to 1189 and you can snatch it up again. Higher than the high of yesterday at 1186 though. Thanks for the great analysis. Anytime, man, anytime. We'll take a look at Voyager. BQX is Voyager, I believe. I could be wrong, but something's telling me that that's what it is. I don't own any. Voyager for Bitcoin. You can see it's doing really good against Bitcoin. Starting a new trend. This is what we see going on though. I'll show you what's happening. So it formed this beautiful pennant. And I'll show you dual hidden divergence too if you want to look at the daily. Check this out. And I saw it immediately. It's interesting how crazy this is getting for me. Because look, swing up to swing up, right? Like so. And then we do that same area is a swing down to swing down. Bullish divergence, ready to rock, ready to do its thing. So hidden bullish divergence. It's funny how divergences are starting to come into play now. Like, you know, you use different tools at different, you use all your strategies, but I find that certain strategies come out more at certain times. Like, because look, we had our booms up, there was no real hidden bullish. Then we came down, now you start finding the hidden bullish. It's the time where it appears. You get it? It's interesting. Like, it appears a lot at certain times. This would match up to the exact high of BQX, all the way up there at about 15,641 Satoshis. 15,641 Satoshis. So yeah, man, this thing looks great. Look at that. And actually the daily looks really, really good. So yeah, BQX, man, about to do its thing. Voyager, man, 86% gains coming out of Voyager. I believe this is an exchange, the Voyager exchange, right? BQX. So I kind of like this where it's at. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Same thing with a lot of these coins. They had their bigger moves. Starting to peak out. Looks like it'll go sideways. Maybe do a retest. So watch this 4-hour come back down. And I'll probably put a call out for this when the alert goes off right around here for you guys. So you can just reap the rewards of the big move. I'll be on the watch like a hawk for BQX. What I like to do right now is I turn it a certain color, like orange. And that way I know it's something that I want to put a call out for in a little while. BNB hitting 200. This is nuts. I thought it was going to get all the way to $231. And look, it's just on its way to the measured move. Everything is hitting the measured moves. It's absolutely insane. I did sell BNB, man. It's like to buy some other coins. And I kind of wish I didn't, right? Because I sold it at 130. I would have made 50% more gains right? I still own 20 BNB. At this point, that's $4 grand. But, wow. I've been on Voyager for a while now. It's a very nice app, much better than Coinbase. Oh, so I can buy there and connect my bank account? I think I'm going to check that out because I need something different. It seems like last month there was no bullish divergence on a lot of coins at all. Yeah, because things were just going kind of up to the upside as they broke out of those bulls. You need kind of a swing up and then a retrace for the bullish divergence to be established all the time. Let's take a look at ETH USDT. Shout out to B-Rad and Crypto, man. Thank you so much for coming on every day. Thank you so much for being a part of the Crypto Lifers. 1915. I see ETH in this rising wedge. Okay. Just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now it's getting tight. I see it'll probably come back down and test 1800 one last time. ETH is stubborn. ETH loves to kind of just stay in these zones until it doesn't have to anymore, right? It's like a comfortable little baby in the womb. It doesn't want to get pushed out too fast. But ETH, man, it's time. It's time you go all the way to 2300 ETH and break out of this pennant. Now, remember, this is a bearish pattern, which is 68% chance of a break to the downside. We swing this to here. I just want to say, if ETH does break down, I'm just, I'm warning you. In case, and I'm not saying I'm warning you because I think it's going to happen. I just have to warn you, right? So I'm going to re-clear. We're going to do some support and resistance. Tell you how important that is. So if ETH comes down, its new support line is about right here. Okay, so there's a chance, but we have the 200-day moving average moving with the weight of the pattern, like we talk about. That's a big sign to me. Is ETH in this channel and does it want to come back down here? There's a chance. There's a chance, but we are getting that, like, see these candles closing here. So that's why I like to narrow it down a little bit. And this is what I'm seeing for ETH. Still a really good sign. We're seeing the moving average. We do see that the 21 is crossing back over the 50 and it's curving up. Look, curve up, price goes up. Curve up, price goes up. This is curving up. That's a big sign. It's a big sign the price wants to move to the upside. So I'm just giving you both scenarios. Here's the length of your pole, not the biggest length of their pole, so it won't give us the biggest target. That's about it for Ethereum. $2,625. I basically bet a friend that Ethereum would be $2,500 by St. Patrick's Day. Okay, I have a baby due on March 15th. I hope she comes out beautiful and good. Find those 33 B tokens in my savings account last night. Was so sweet. Are you kidding me? Sweet. That's like, I find that irresponsible. Yeah, like I'm gonna have to DM you and we're gonna have a long talk. So look out for that. Yeah, I'm gonna put you on my knee and give you a spank. No. You can draw a flag in that wedge on ETH. You can. Right here, look. Slightly though. Something like this. It's actually an ascending triangle. You're right. Look at that. So there's an ascending triangle for ETH. See that? More flatter on the top. And it's breaking out. You can get a smaller target for there. So there's actually a nice trade for ETH right there. You can take a futures trade on ETH for that. Bam. $2,400 target. It's starting to peak out. Still look at the daily for ETH. The daily actually looking good. We should have come back down. We didn't. Buying demand. That usually happens in the wedge because the wedge doesn't allow the price to go down more. See the price? The price is just getting coiled up. It wants to explode. Big move coming for ETH for sure. OMG USDT 4-hour bullish divergence. Let's take a look. I must have taken your call and Binance automatically staked it, I'm guessing. Binance doesn't stake anything automatically, right? Finding I'm just messing with you, Jess. We're gonna have to have a long talk though. My wife does that to me every night. Come upstairs, we need to talk, and it like freaks me out. I'm like, what do we need to talk about? Like what are you talking about? Like, don't talk to me like that. Just say, hey, what's up? So she's like, come upstairs, we need to talk. And I'm like, oh God. Like, you know when your wife says, come on, we need to talk? Like, it's not fun, right? It's like, oh wow, like what are we gonna talk about now, right? Like, and I'm not saying like sit and talk. It's like they say it like, you know, they're the teacher or something. I'm the lifer, man. Leave me alone. The house is getting funny now, though. She's like, I must have taken your call on my ass. Thanks, LIFER. Let's take a look at OMG USDT because I want to see what Adam's talking about here and see if he's got a right call on it. Because if he does, that'd be amazing. So we're going to look at OMG USDT. USDT. 4-hour bullish divergence. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Now, right here, we have hidden bullish divergence. Okay. I'll show you why. We take our low swing. You could take this swing or this swing. I'll take the first swing where the 21-day moving average touched. We'll go right there. We have swing up to swing up. But here we have swing down to swing down. Hidden bullish divergence. Very good. That is hidden bullish divergence, Adam, on the 4-hour. Very good. Not bullish, though. Hidden bullish. Now, is there bullish? Let's look for bullish. Bullish is just when the oscillator goes to the downside, but the price goes up. No bullish divergence, but I bet you if you go to the 7-minute, we'll find it. So you go to the 7-minute, you look at the bottom of the pattern, and not too much, really. We don't have it perfect. Slight. A little bit, though. A little bit. 15-minute, show some love. Yeah, you could do this, though. You could say, yeah, a little bit here. Look, swing low to swing low is to the downside. And then this is flat. Exaggerated bullish divergence. And yes, bullish divergence. Bottom of the pattern. Establish your second hill. I sound like a Voyager rep, but it pays interest for holding a lot of coins as well. 5.5% on Bitcoin, 4% on ETH, DOT, and much more. Just a little bonus. I'm afraid to hold my Bitcoin anywhere than a hard wallet, though. I really am. You know, yeah, those are the best condos. Yeah, I think XRP meeting with the SEC on the 22nd will be positive. No way to tell. I guess it depends on the news. Yeah, so far the news isn't good. They couldn't settle. They weren't going to settle. They're going to have to go to court no matter what. So they aren't going to be able to settle. So that's not the best thing, right? Is it too late to buy Bitcoin? No, it's not. It really isn't. That's the title of the channel today. Is it too late to buy Bitcoin? It really is not too late to buy Bitcoin. What's going on with my silly new haircut? Gotta put some water in my hair, right? I need a makeup artist. Like, they gotta like check me every few hours and like redo the hair. Oh, whoa, I'm going the wrong way with it. Okay. Getting vain as the channel grows. No. Nah, I gotta keep it humble, man. I love you guys. Give her a stack of some fiat. Does the trick for me. Leads me onto my crypto. Via goes, no, the problem is, and the almighty God. Yeah, you're a smart man, right? Just give her. You're hilarious, dude. A lot of women would consider that a sexist comment. Give her a stack of fiat and leads me to my games and my. You're hilarious, bro. Oh my gosh. Hey, he's telling it how it is. That's how his life is. That's how life is in here. Any loop ring chart? Let's take a look at loop ring. Wait, I just want to give you this call here on the daily on OMG. So yeah, be aware. OMG, look, cup and handle too. Hasn't broke out of its cup and handle yet. Look at the giant cup it's in. So it's like it's getting hard to find things that haven't really broke out of their cup. Like sand is so gone, dot is so gone. Like they're forming cups in the space now. But look, this is a bit of a cup and handle right now. It really is. I like what we're seeing, man. Double bottom on OMG. Look at that. Buy zone. Stop loss. This is a screaming call. 4-hour does want to reset. So it tells me we may go sideways a little bit. Right? Lack of bullish momentum there. And like I tell you guys, if the stochastics has a battle with the MACD, meaning the MACD says I want to go up, but the stochastics say we want to go down, the stochastics win that battle. Look, MACD had no hill. Stochastics said, no. You're not going to be doing what you want to be doing. So what do you think of GRT? I love GRT. I think it's great. And OMG was the other one I wanted to ask for. Haha, thanks. Have you talked about QDM? We did talk about QDM. I gave a trade on QDM. Posted it in the group. There's your buy zone. There's your stop loss. It is now breaking out of the falling wedge. I have a sell zone all the way up at QDM up here at about $12.66. Another trade I have open right now is Phantom. We'll take a look at Phantom and we'll take a look at GRT. $2 is a steal. You don't want to chase it at $4. I totally agree. And I've been telling a lot of family and friends that. I've watched this thing do its thing. Anywhere between $2 and $20 is a steal. Look, I have it in a chart right here. ready to do its thing in the buy zone. Post this to the group. Make sure you go through all the charts because some of these are posted 4 or 5 days ago. I'm very preemptive. I'm very premeditated. I'm very calculated. So, to make the most money, can someone do a quicker explainer of Bitcoin? I'm like 5. That's funny. Anyway, Crypto Lifer Trading Room. And look at how many calls we gave already. We're going to take this GRT. The Graph, it's called. The Graph. The Graph. Uni. Aave. Forgive me, I got to be adding the titles so you guys can search them easily. Aave, right? And then I'm only going to give, later on today, I'll be putting exclusive calls in the Patreon. So whoever's in that Patreon, whoever's doing their thing in there, you'll be getting exclusive content from me, and we'll be doing some other stuff fun for everyone in the Patreon. Because to me, the fact that you're actually contributing to me on a monthly basis is a big deal. Okay? So yeah, there's your GRT. I really like where it's at. I have it targeted at $4.41. You don't want to buy it up there. The world is upset. This guy was saying, whatever, man. I shouldn't even read that stuff. It was nonsense. Riff USDT, a project built on Bitcoin. Put up Neo, bro. LRC charts. Price discovery, very possible. LRC. Let's take a look at LRC. Loopring. LRC in crypto. On Binance for Tether. Okay. Wow. So there is a call right there. Rising wedge. Break to the upside. Then I had another pennant with a bigger break to the upside. It did break the parabola a little bit. But wow. First call hit the exact target. Came back down. Now it's struggling with the exact. Look at that line that I created. Close, close, close. It became the new previous, it became new resistance. Once we break above this, this will become next support line. So 70 cents for Loopring. Let's take a look at what's going on. Really a new coin. You can see it's really starting to establish itself yet again in this next zone. And again, this is kind of where we're talking about with a lot of other coins. It's formed that falling wedge with a possible, I think this is actually going to break out. I'm actually going to take the bull away for right now, just for right now. Because we're seeing a breakout here on the 4 hour. Clearly and cleanly. Then we can also go to the 1 hour, right? And see that we're flagging a bit here. And we're touching the 21-day moving average, which is a good sign for a pump. Price has to touch the 21 for us to kind of get moving. So I like where we're at right now. On the 1 hour, beautiful call. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Has to reset like almost every other candle. So we got a little pump. Now we go sideways. So again, you have to zoom into the stoke and look what's going on. Are we getting a curve up? No, nothing like that. So again, this is the same scenario at a lot of coins. And the coins always end up in the same place. Like yesterday morning, everything was looking bullish. It's 24 hours. The 4 hour ran at 6 hour candle run, right? It's the pancake eater. Stop him before he eats all the pies, folks. Price discovery, very... Riff is the pancake eater? Oh, I'm the pancake eater. Hey, who knows? I love pancakes, though. I think we even have some left. Do we have some pancakes, babe? I'd love some. If you're watching the live stream, my love, could you bring me down some pancakes? Send Summer down with a pancake or two. And maybe an egg. I'm hungry. Loopring is like cake, but for ETH. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Shout out to Luke Havlard. Do you have any lard? Havlard. Sorry, that's rude. That's so rude of me. Like, why would I do that? Like, that's what little kids do in 6th grade. No, but Roof Havlard. It's just, I kind of like, I can actually say Havlard. I like it. Havlard. I look at it differently now. Havlard. Sounds nice. Sounds English. Havlard. So look, length of the pole is nicely centered. Consolidation after the breakout. Levels of support and resistance. Mark them. Mark them. Final target for Loopring. So I like where LRC is right now. And I like what I'm seeing. A bit of a cup and handle. Okay. See that? Can't say it's not. Okay. Cup and handle, man. Cup and handle about to do its thing. So we're going to slap this and throw it into the charts. So this is how we do. We all work together, guys. And you guys give me tickers. I go over tickers. If they make sense, we add them to the list. Now, this looks good on the 4 hour, but you're right. Remember, I talked about this. So get in your buy zone. Slap in a stop loss. Hopefully some moving averages come into play. Don't make it too hard, too long, meaning down below the price. Don't want to be annoying, but Luna, I'd love to see a Luna chart. All right, let's take a look at Luna. I slept on Luna and it blew up, and I just didn't hear about it in time. So maybe that's why I'm a little sour, or not sour, but I'm probably just like subconsciously ignoring it, because I'm like, damn, man, I wish I had bought Luna, you know. But I didn't. But you can't, man. That's like me saying I wish I had saw it. I counted every star on the sky last night, right? It's just not going to happen in crypto. It's not going to happen. And even if you had millions of dollars and you could buy everything, there's a chance that you don't hear about every single coin in the game. Yesterday, Marlin posting teal for Wabi. Wabi starting to form itself, but starting to break out now. A little bit of a double bottom, having some resistance. Not the best chart. I mean, it's a good chart, but a little messy. Anyway, so buy zone, sell zone. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream, man. I really, really appreciate you guys coming in every single day to learn about crypto, TA, and get yourself focused so you can make life-changing gains. We're going to copy this. We send it out to Twitter. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. Okay. And then we post this to the charts and calls only in the Crypto Lifer group. Okay. 136 subscribers. Now, we have 500 members in the big trading room, but only 100 people are taking advantage. 136 people only are taking advantage of the calls and charts only. Please, in the regular room, go to the pinned messages. Scroll through them. You'll see that I have a message for all the rooms. Every couple hours, I'm going to start posting it into that trading room, so anyone new can see. Look at this. We have, if everyone's new, you don't need to scroll through here for gems. I have all this organized. Join this group for the calls and chats only. Go here for my big statements, big news, and reminders. Go here if you want to learn how to Uniswap and find out about pre-sales and DeFi staking. Go here if you're a beginner. Go here if you want to learn about Binance Smart Chain. All right? So there you go. And there's more to come, and I'll clean that up and make it even better. Look what John Bollinger said. He said, look, I just want to go over John Bollinger. He created the Bollinger Bands. He's, you know, kind of an idol of mine in a way, right? I would love to have my actual indicator, you know, like the Crypto Lifer indicator. And he's BB Bands. John Bollinger, creator of the Bollinger Band. Unbelievable, right? Bollinger Bands define high and low on a relative basis. By definition, prices are high at the upper band and low at the lower band, right? One of the two medium is full to blame for the Texas power outage. All right, whatever, yeah. Wow, he got the Pfizer vaccine, though, too. Tom Brady's performance. Beware of old men in a profession where men usually die young, right? That's pretty interesting. I note that the scammers are still running strong. Please understand, I will never ask you for anything. Not money, not IPA, not crypto. Never. The question is to ask about Bitcoin is the next phase is, can it walk up the upper Bollinger Band? And of course, the things that smart traders look for are signs that it can't. Bitcoin tagged the upper Bollinger Band this morning, the first logical price target after a successful W bottom in BB terms. When I get some time, I'll produce an annotated chart. See? Top of the Bollinger Bands. What are the Bollinger Bands? I don't talk about them a lot, and I haven't used them a lot. You don't need to use them until like trading gets a little heavy, in my opinion. But I might as well give you guys a little course on Bollinger Bands. So if you want that, let me know. We'll look at Bollinger Bands for the next 10 minutes. Any comment for Cake USDT? I don't even know what you're talking about. What's Cake? No. We're huge Cake fans here, man. Please join the Telegram group. Get involved. Get involved in the Telegram group. Super important. Okay. You got the camel. Yeah, but you got a lot of other trades. News. Yeah. Rift USD. I'm bullish on that project. Let's look at Rift. What is Rift? Where is it? I don't know anything about it. That's going to be like a deep dive towards the very end of the live stream. Okay. 55 likes, man. They keep taking the likes away. We get 60, and I guess like YouTube finds a way to like remove the likes when they think they're not viable. I like Chills. Chills is good. CHZ. We'll take a look at CHZ as well. 1180 target for retracement of your buy zone. Yeah. But it's not just in the comment section. If you're gonna say 1180 target, and I know you're talking quick, but just remember, more comments will come in, and then eventually it'll be far away from your original comment. So just make sure you include, if you're gonna put any price, make sure you include the name of the coin next to it, like cake 1180 target. Are you involved in bakery? I sell my wreaths for those. Yes, I am involved in bakery. I like bake. I started getting into bake really early, a couple days ago. We put a call out for bake, and we got basically the entire group is in bake. We're really liking bake. Let's take a look at CoinGecko. We'll show you how bake has been doing. A really good place to look for bake price and see what it was. We got into bake around 40 cents, what I can remember correctly. We're also getting into Berry data. I want to talk about that. It's the first Binance Smart Chain Oracle. Berry data. It's a big deal. All right. Wow, it's at $18, up 21% today. We got into Berry a lot cheaper than that, right? We got into Berry yesterday at around, I think, 13 or 16 cents I was paying for Berry. $16, I mean. Wow, $18 for Berry already. So shout out to everyone who got into Berry and took our call. We're already up big on Berry as well. Market cap is 52 million already, which is pretty interesting. That's how you know you're low though, right? All-time low. February 16th was $6. All-time high, 2 days later, $21. That's over a 3x in 3 days. That's how you make 300% of your money, okay? I bought today at 70 cents. Reef is gonna do a 10x, I think, maybe even a 20x. I bought today at 70 cents, bro. Berry was 5 in the IFO, right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Berry has done unbelievable things. So you take a look at Berry. It's the first Binance Smart Chain Oracle, a decentralized Oracle network on the Binance Smart Chain. Miners, data users. We went over this. We talked about it. We gave you the call before it even occurred. You did have to kind of venture out into new places to get into Berry. But we're on that Berry. We're on that cake. We're on that pancake swap. Doing our thing, man. Some of the most popular coins. Pancake at $13.33. My 333 right there. Showing up in the channel. Let's take a look at Bake now. Talk a look at Bake token. 95 cents for Bake. We were in at 40 cents. Did a nice 100% gain already. Up 72% today alone. Because they offered new pairs for Bake. When Bake got a BUSD2 pair, a lot of people didn't want to buy it for BNB. That was a turnoff. I'll be honest. Turnoff for me slightly. And I still did it. But what I did is I swapped my BNB for BUSD. And then I bought it for BUSD anyway on the swap. So kind of interesting how we got into Bake. But yeah, so Bake token doing its thing, man. Up almost 95% for all of us because we got in at 47 cents. Now it's pegged in BNB, but now it's not going to be. It's going to have its BUSDT pair. So shout out to Bake doing its thing. Can't even get a market cap for this yet. Trading volume was $34 million though. Can't even get a market cap yet. This thing was trading at 0008, all-time low on November 9th. It's up 10,500% if you got it on the low 3 months ago. 10,000% 3 months ago. No lie. Its high was $94 today. So what is your price prediction for Bake, bro? I don't have a price prediction for Bake. I have a target on a chart that will tell you where I believe Bake is going due to the oscillators and the technical analysis. So let's take a look at Bake. Here's it in the buy zone. Now it's getting really heavy. Wow, Bake doing really, really big things now. My sell zone for Bake in the temporary short term was to break out of this cup and handle and get all the way up into the 0731 region. I can't really, right now, unless they've added it yet, I think it's going to take till tomorrow for them to add the BUSD pair on here, and then we can start looking at it. But it is in this wedge. I hope it doesn't break back down into the wedge. It could and do a reef. But now it looks a lot like reef and Bake. Similar scenarios, both in these rising wedges after being kind of flat and moving on up. So yeah, but reef is not moving. You guys are funny, man. You don't wait for things. You got to just wait 2 to 3 weeks on all your holds. Yeah, we got lucky on Bake. We only had to wait like 5 or 6 days. You just mentioned Bake getting more PIRS. I just noticed Front will have BTC pairs. Yeah, we went over that already. Cars. We showed that Front is going to get the pairs. Cake, another reason why Cake blew up today. BitBoy talked about it. I made a video about it. I'm not saying that was the reason. My channel's not that big, but why Pancake Swap will make you money. 1,270 views. How much more views did it get during the live stream? We're at 1,274. Let's see. 1,452. So this thing's got 200 views while we started the stream. So we can see 107 likes. People are liking this video, getting a lot more comments than almost all of my other videos. You know, what are liquidity pools? Crypto farmers, you're eating a lot of cakes, man, but you're still thin. Look at the beard and the hoodie. He looks like a farmer seedling a lot of cakes. He doesn't eat sushi. He just eats cake. Shout out to Bernard Fernandez for putting that in there. People speak, you pancake. He's talking about more gains than other coins. But yeah, shout out to everyone out here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It is 11:45. Wow. I'm going to run into the news, and then we're going to take a move. You got to move money in the market. I waited for BNB to rip, doubled my buy on Bake because BNB increased in value. Now I'm up 60% on Bake too, so about 150% returns. How do you buy all these tokens, man? Good idea to buy all of them. I bought in on BNB pair. Do I need to move it to BTC? Any idea? Cheers. No, we're still holding. Sending some things for the testimonial group. Hope it helps. Yeah, please, man, get up in there. People in Uniswap only just starting to move to Cake. Yeah, guys, we're ahead of the game. They're gonna flush Cake all the way to 50. I think Cake's going to $100. I think Cake is gonna be one of the biggest things we've ever seen. I think I'm gonna more than 100x in Cake, like 120x possibly, 130x in Cake, if you can believe it. Cheers to the syrup game. Everybody who's in Cake, man, you guys rock. You really do. Love you all. Okay, now let's get into the Bitcoin news. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Any other last chills? Someone asked about chills. Take a look at CHZ. CHZ at 3.9, doing its thing. And you can see this is a cup and handle. Okay, we saw this pattern with Bitcoin. This is actually in Bitcoin, same pattern. It had a cup with a lower side on the left, higher side on the right, and then it formed the candle. And then it forms a handle, which is kind of like an ascending triangle. So we look at this now. Again, 200-day moving average creep in there on the 1 hour. These are signs. I'm recognizing signs now, right? I'm telling you, that's when a big move occurs. Look right there. We interact with the 200, we go off. Now we're interacting with the 200, about to explode. So CHZ, man, I'm going to put this in a cup and handle. I'm going to talk about it. I'm actually going to make a call for it. Length of the pole. But it has a bigger pole too. If you just take the length of the bottom of the price on this cup and handle. That can't be the angle though. The angle has to be more established. Something like this. It has to be very similar to the other angle to match trajectory. Okay. And then you can take a shorter term target if you don't want to be in too long. So you have like a 1 week target. Somewhere here like so. And then you have a longer, bigger target. So these are your two targets. Okay. CHZ about to break to the upside. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. This is also getting high on the 4 hour. So either we double top here or we go more sideways. So we could open this up, give it some space. Watch CHZ. It looks like it might kind of do a little more in the pattern before it breaks to the upside. So boom. So aggressive buy, if we get to the bottom of the pattern, that would be your aggressive buy. So check it out. I don't like to buy in the middle of the pattern, but when the pattern is this wicked, meaning, I mean, not wicked, but this wedged and this close, then it's viable. So my buy box will be a little bigger. You'll get the bottom of the pattern here from the buy box. And I'm also going to include the breakout in the buy box because this would be the breakout area. So I'll put lines here so you can see. The green will be where you want to enter. The green box, see? Even it moves it a little down, but it has the candles closing. So there's your buy zone for CXZ. Another call, another free call given. I don't know how many free calls we gave in the last couple weeks. But shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me. 57 likes, 47 people. Thank you. I know this is a newbie question. I bought Big BNB. Do I need to move it to Big BNC? No, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. You own Bake. You're good to go. You're good to go. That just means there's, you know what it is? Bake is the highway, and BNB was the only way you could get onto that highway. Now, there's the Bitcoin exit and the Bitcoin ramp. So there's a different on-ramp. That's all. You still hold the highway. You still hold the coin. You don't have to worry about anything else. Now, if you look for hard forks or something gets an upgrade, stuff like that, then you have to look out for how to make sure, how to make sure your coin, sometimes you have to do something to make sure a coin gets what it's supposed to get. I have big news today. Anyone who's holding B-Day Cake, I want to talk about this right now. So B-Day Cake wasn't a winner so far. Yeah, we got it at $2. I think it's down. Doesn't stress me out at all, really. Not a big deal. We did put 1,000 BNB in there to get it. So, which went up. So we took a hit from that going up and not making a move on B-Day Cake. But I'll show you B-Day Cake. You're about to get B-Gift. 1-to-1, you're going to get it. And then B-Gift, if you just hold it in your wallet, it pays you to hold it. You don't even have to stake it. It's a non-staking rewards coin. Never even heard about something like this. So, birthday cake. So we're going to show you BNB. Birthday cake finance. I'll show you a stake that I have going. We'll take a look at where it's at. And we'll take a look at the price. Then we're going to get into the news, and then we're going to wrap it up for the day. Wow, I thought my stake was gone. Up 426, we earned Bake. Where is the price of Bake? Usually they put it here. Usually they put the price of the coin like somewhere on the chart. B-Day Cake. And then you can compound this. I've been compounding it. I started with 400. Who knows how much more we'll get. They don't have the APR here. The APY has disappeared. Look, it used to be right there. That's a little shady. The API was like 46%. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. That's what some guy said to me. He said, watch out for B-Day. Yeah, again, a lot of the stuff is risky. Oh, there it is. 4,600% gains. So even if the coin goes down 50%, you end up making your money, more money on it. So I'm not worried. And we're going to get B-Gift for holding this. Do we have to unstake B-Day and keep it in the wallet to receive the airdrop? I think we do. I think that's possible. And that's going to be on February 25th is going to be the call for B-Gift. So yeah, more. We'll go to their vlog here because this is going to come out on their vlog. So birthday gift airdrop for B-Day holders. We have some bad news. One is bad and one is good. Bad news is that we found difficulties implementing the burning in B-Day. We thought we had burning function in our contract, but we don't. The good news is that we make a new deflationary token that can be used in our website in new pools and new things to come. The new B-Gift token will be airdropped to B-Day holders with a rate of 1-to-1. B-Gift is an additional token. B-Day is the main token. How B-Gift works. With B-Gift token, there's no need to stake or lock up your tokens anywhere to receive rewards. Just hold the tokens in your wallet and watch your balance increase. Pretty nuts. TX burning community will choose how much percent will be burned in every transaction. So it's pretty shady. They said they were going to burn and then they couldn't burn. So that's not going to be good for the price. That's going to put a lot of people in a bad mode. So we took a shot, right? That one didn't go as planned perfectly, but hey, it is what it is. Let's take a look at Tezos, XTZ, a coin that I put one of my best friends in. And I just knew it was going to do viably well. And you can also stake it on Coinbase to make some money. XTZ's pumping. I guess that's a little bit of a pump, but it is starting to break out. And we have another trade now. You can see, and look, it's forming that wedge with the bull, man. It's just the same scenario over and over again. You guys know what to do with this. It's going to do its thing. It's going to do its thing. Just wait for those Stokes to reset again. We didn't get as much of a move as we wanted out of all those coins. So, okay. Let's take a look at the biggest winners on Binance today. Any comment for Cake USDT? We talked about Cake so much. I feel rude if I was rude, but 85% FXS. Yeah, so usually we see about 100, 200 gains. So now we're seeing BNB, BNB doing its thing, up 34%. Doing really well. Oh, it's about to hit 5. And we're getting at 3, man. So, wow. We're about to do a nice move here. 34%. So, Bake and Cake, which we love and we talk about all the time. It seems like we kind of honed in. We knew. Were we psychic? Did I have a time machine? How did I know? 23%. A lot of double-digit gains going on. Easy's making its move with anything that got the added pair. That's always a nice move. It's almost like they knew today was a sideways day, so they threw some news for the added pairs to kind of get some action. But it's sad. They only see an 83% gainer. Only? That's pretty small, right, for Binance. So is it a good time to buy Cake now or wait for a dip? Yeah. That's a good question. It's a hard question. I wish I didn't have to answer it. I just be like, why didn't you just buy Cake when I told you? But you didn't join my room. You didn't know, right? You didn't know. But no, I wouldn't buy Cake yet until the 4-hour comes all the way down here. Okay, just wait for the 4-hour, but the daily still looks good. So there's still more room to go. If you're willing to just I would dollar cost average. So right now, today, I would buy my first little load of Cake. Might not be the best time. You want to wait for the 4-hour to curve down. So the 4-hour needs to reset. But it actually has some room to go here on the stochastics. The thing about Cake is, man, it seemed to be defying oscillators a little bit. My projected idea is it will come back down and retest 1180. It always seems to retest the previous high. So we should see a retest at 1180. I would put in a buy order in at like 1180, a couple in at 1150, and see if you get lucky. So that's what I would try to do, honestly. It just shows how big your channel is getting, and new people are coming in when someone is asking the pancake, lifer, cake questions that will already be answered. Yeah, you're right. It's going to happen every day. It is what it is. Let's get into the news now and see what they're talking about. Bitcoin. It's a joke to me. It's kind of funny, but I love to see it. Bitcoin at 50. Look, just came back for a retest. Bounced right off that area, and now we're booming. That's a beautiful retest. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. We'll show the retest a lot better. Look, that's a retest. You clearly will always want to buy those retests. Retests are just golden opportunities. Or after retest, still a good option. Still a viable option. So Bitcoin doing its thing, man. 52K. And in the immediate short term, I see Bitcoin hitting $5,300, $336. So we're moving on up. BNB, man, about to hit 200 on this move. And it's actually kind of in a pennant. And wow. I have to be honest, it looks like this is going to continue to the upside even more and go all the way to my target here at $229. Pretty interesting. I make these extended targets, and in these bull runs, they're getting hit like you read about. It's pretty unbelievable. Okay, news just in. Let's take a look at the news that we're getting here. Bill Gates to share his thoughts on Bitcoin and digital currencies. Who cares what he says? Freaking, his dad was like a Nazi, man. I shouldn't say that, but look it up. You'll see. There's some weird connections his dad has to like Planned Parenthood, and just, it's a little weird. It's a little weird for me. It gets a little deep. Is he the creepy old man in the sky? I think he is. You tell me, though. Also, they donate a lot of money. Most of their money is made off of industries that destroy the earth. I watched a documentary about that. So they have their, foundation, but oh man. Look, even Motley Fool, the idiots, claim to be idiots. Wow, so we're seeing some bullish sentiment here. Bill Gates in the news. Okay. Bitcoin, actively anti-efficient. Expert Eric Hosses explains why. In his Phoenix, is this guy with glasses? No, okay. In his Phoenix Substract podcast, Mr. Hosses yet again tried to highlight how much electricity Bitcoin mining equipment consumes. According to him, nowadays it uses 0.5% of the world's electricity to confirm 350,000 transactions per day. Bitcoin uses 0.5 of the world's electricity on just 350,000 transactions a day. Yeah, but we're finding ways to make new energy. Soon that won't be a lot of energy. More people coming to the earth. That will look like a tiny bit of energy at one point. Bitcoin is not just inefficient, it's actually anti-efficient. At that rate, Bitcoin will require 14x of the world's electricity to replace all daily credit card transactions at the present moment. But you don't know where we're going to go. I'll take it as a viable. It's not the greatest thing, right? There are better ways. But we'll see what happens, man. In an interview with CNBC, sometimes it's good, though, they say, because the network is so secure because it costs that money to run. Now, if your network is cheap to run, then it's also cheap to hack. You see what I'm saying? Now, the viability of Bitcoin and the price of it makes it go. How's the show going today? It's going great, man. Is it weirder than believing the election was stolen? You're consistently doing more hours. Shouldn't your stream be ended? The work ethic is motivating. Hey, man, this isn't the place. Yeah, it's not the place, bro. Thank you for telling him that. We're going to put him on timeout. I'll show you how we put someone on timeout. We're going to put a user in timeout. And he got put on timeout. And that's what happens. BTC isn't going to have as many TX either as DOT, ADA, or BSC. I agree, too. I agree. 300 seconds. Chris Collins was timed out. We're not getting into politics, man. Auto bidder is the solution. It is. So in an interview with CNBC's Andrew Ross Sorkin, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates revealed that he had changed his view on Bitcoin from negative to neutral. The fourth richest person in the world says he still does not own Bitcoin, but he is no longer willing to short it either. I don't own Bitcoin. I'm not short Bitcoin, so I've taken a neutral view. The billionaire philanthropist recognizes the importance of digitizing money and bringing down the cost of transactions, although he prefers them to be reversible. I don't think moving money into a more digital form and getting transaction costs down, that's something the Gates Foundation does in developing countries. Gates wanted to short Bitcoin in the past. Back in May, Gates offered some harsh criticism of the flagship cryptocurrency, claiming he could short it if he could. As an asset class, you're not producing anything, and you shouldn't expect it to go up. It's kind of a pure greater fool theory. See, I just disagree, man, that it is creating things. I can move around with my money in my mind. I don't know. I've never heard of auto bidder, so now I'm into the next thing. And now I'll probably do a video on auto bidder. Motley Fool no longer turns a blind eye. Will invest $5 million into Bitcoin. The Motley Fool has added Bitcoin to its 10x campaign portfolio. The firm says it will buy $5 million worth of the digital asset. It'll buy Bitcoin directly through overpriced ETFs. Want to learn how to trade? Get a beginner's guide, please. Private financial and investing advice company The Motley Fool has announced it will purchase $5 million worth of Bitcoin. If they were so good at giving you advice, they would have told you to buy Bitcoin a long time ago. I can't stand these guys. I've had a kind of a mutual. I can't stand the Motley Fool. I think they SUCK. I think they're the worst. And I don't like to be negative, but I just don't like them. The Bond King goes from Bitcoin is a lie to Bitcoin may be the stimulus asset. Double Line Capital, Mike McGloon. Gold, Bitcoin, and bonds could prevail when equities underperform. When the marketplace is rushing to one side of the boat, prudence suggests stepping up diversification, and the fact that Bitcoin inflows are rising versus more traditional sectors favors enduring performance. Look at that. Gold peaked in August. At the same time, MicroStrategy chose Bitcoin as the superior asset. MicroStrategy looked as if Bitcoin is eating gold while the cryptocurrency hits a fresh all-time high. Gold has dropped to $1,800. Pretty weird, man. We haven't gone over Bitcoin and gold recently. We didn't go over the dollar index. Gates can choke on my cake. Yeah, for sure, bro. I'm with you on that. Seems like an energy marketplace. Gates can choke on my cake. Wow, that's interesting. Anyway, yeah, why not? Bondly taking a little bit of a hit at 69. Nice little look. Just going to throw that guys out at you guys. Let's look at the dollar index, the DXY index. See what's going on with the dollar right now, because it was pumping yesterday. Remember that? And that was interesting to me. Okay, a little bit of inverted head and shoulder now, Foreman. Seems like it wants to kind of collapse a little further down, but maybe it's kind of ending its run. It is forming a lower low, a higher low. You see that? Let's go to the daily and see what we see. So far so good. I hope we get rejected by this top trend line and continue down in this channel. I mean, one would have to assume up, down, up, that we're going to continue down in this channel, and the dollar will go to 88. That's going to show more gains for Bitcoin. If no one even bought Bitcoin and the dollar went down, it would show you more gains for Bitcoin. Watch out for Doge. Seems to be waking up here on the TA. The daily's suggesting that in the next couple weeks, you're going to see some big moves for Dogecoin. So just have to put that out there, guys. Energy web chain, bro, going to be a solid asset. Yeah, I really agree. AutoBidder provides independent power producers, utilities, and capital powers the ability to autonomously monetize berry assets. Interesting. Cryptocurrency system using body activity data. Gates patent. Really? Gates patent. Look at this. Look at this. Human movement on cryptocurrency pattern. He's like, the cryptocurrency system communicatively coupled the patent scope. Cryptocurrency body activity data. Human body activity associated with a task provided to a user may be used in a mining process of a cryptocurrency system. A server may provide a task to a device of a user, which is communicatively coupled to the server. A sensor communicatively coupled comprised in the device of the user may sense body activity of the user. Body activity data may be generated based on the sensed data, and the cryptocurrency system communicatively coupled to the device of the user may verify the body activity data satisfies one or more conditions set by the cryptocurrency system and award cryptocurrency to the user whose body activity data is verified. Like, I could pay people in a token that work out, and if you work out, we'll pay you in the token, right? Pretty interesting. Bill Gates shares his thoughts on Bitcoin and digital currencies. So I don't own any. He's trying to kind of come around. He's coming around, right? Altcoins burst into action with Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency market cap nears $1.6 trillion. Unbelievable, man. It's kind of creepy, right? The ignorant plebe, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. I'm going to attempt to do a roll call. I don't know how far I'll get. Farmer D. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Farmer D, B-Rad, Jane Doe, Legendary, Bubba Jow, Oi Rodney, Tando, Jesse B, Lynn, still here's, Raul Vasquez, Dejan Davinovich, KP, Poker Aya, wow, that's funny, Oi Rodney, Andy Garcia, Roman Hamza, Leafy went home, Jose Pedro Vivedo Patricio, Mixed, aka Jasol, Emil Cook, my man, Paul Firth, everybody here, Hendy, my dude, Andreas, shall I invest now? You should always invest. Always invest. Maybe wait for a pullback. Ali Farad, Jesse B, Z knows, my dude. We're in the Cake Gang, Syrup Gang, Mohit Singla. Shout out to Aaron. Shout out to Brian G, Chrissy Fouch, Brucey, Sergu Makanu. Shout out to everyone here. Raul Velasquez, Coste Gonzalez, Hadouken, my man. Every single person out here. Billy Jean, Bagwell 33, and every one of you that came into the live stream. Even shout out to Trade Intuition, my man. CWJ432, Crypto 24. Jane Doe, Billy Jean, Ricky the Investor, FKP05, Luke Halverad, Jose Pedro, Flip05, Patrick Wilson. Wow, I hope I probably might have missed someone there. It got crazy. B-Rad keeps coming in. This is the biggest we've ever had, so the channel is starting to grow very, very well. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for going in with me today. We had a wonderful time. Please join my Patreon. The link will be in the description of this video. Actually, I'll figure out how to add it later on today. So I'll add the link to the description. Shout out to everyone here that joined the live stream. Shout out to everyone here. We made it to 1,110 subscribers already. So ever since we hit 1,000, we already got 100 more subs. We're on our way to 2,000 and to 10,000 and on our way, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow at 9:30. Look out for more content, tips, tricks, and please join my trading group. That's where the gems are. That's where you can make life-changing wealth. If you came to my channel and you're already doing the right thing, thank you guys so much for watching. At the end of every stream, I like to say crypto is life. So, that pancake swap prediction, though, unbelievable, right? Shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to everyone. I love you all. Thank you guys so much for joining the channel and being a part of the Crypto Lifer. If you like the merchandise, we have merchandise at Teespring. Check it out. Order yourself a hoodie. Get yourself a shirt. But I'd much rather you just donate to me because they take a huge portion. And I actually want to make my own stuff. So still kind of working that out. But if you can't wait and you want a hoodie like this one, really cool. We have a bunch of different things out there. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. If you came to my channel, you're already doing the right thing. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Have a wonderful day and be safe. Now I have to awkwardly look for the live stream and end it. Bam.